Pace, pace. Y'all know the MREC room etiquette. Yeah, I'm back, man. I know y'all like, damn, where Rec at? Man, I had to go visit, something special, a place very, very special. Had to go visit the motherland, but I'll tell y'all more about that in a personal vlog and all that, my travel vlog and my lifestyle vlog. I'm switching the content up, but we getting right to this breaking news. You know what I mean? Even though the shit that I was doing is more crazier than this. I'm talking about I was fucking with exotic animals and all that. You know what I mean? So this rap shit, we'll get to that, but we're gonna get to this bullshit real quick. All right, you got Fabulous, Maino, Jim Jones, Davies addressing Tony Yayo, Uncle Murda, and Ja Rule, pillow fighting on the plane, and they had some jokes about it and all that. You know what I mean? Yo, Flat, you there? Salute to the Rec Mob and all that. Run the lights up. My brother Flat is in the building with me. Flat.
Yes, sir. We in the building. Salute to the rack mob.
All right, that's what it is. Salute. I see there's a couple of things I gotta get rocking. Run the lights up, run the lights. I'm gonna tell you more about my, I was out there for a week and a half. Had to visit the motherland. You did, you gotta touch that gotta touch that terrain. You know what I mean? It's different. That's all I'm gonna say. Weather different, food different, vibe different, lifestyle different, mentality different, everything
Mm,
different, women different, men
mm.
different, just everything.
Yes,
So,
sir.
but we're gonna get right into this, run the lights up. I'm gonna play this clip and then me and Flack gonna give y'all our assessment. Let's get it, y'all. Salute to the Rec Mob, run the lights up. This is the livest show. They ain't doing it like that. You know what I mean? We taking trips. Listen, man, that shit is a 14-hour trip. We'll get to that though. Salute to the Rec Mob. Be here.
Who do you call if you on a plane
Depends on.
and you run into niggas and it turns into a pillow fight? Who do you call in?
That's a good question.
Who do you call if you run into some of your opposition
Your ops?
on a plane? How do you handle it?
Can't call nobody on the plane.
Until something happens.
No, but the plane didn't take off. Or like, how do you handle it?
Oh, it's
What do
not in
you
the
do?
air?
It's not in the air.
The charges could
I don't know,
be a
man.
little less if it's not in the air.
Charges could be a little less.
If it's not in the air.
Oh, so you taking the charge?
I'm just weighing different situations and things like that. You know what I mean?
Like
Nah, that's a federal charge.
that's a federal charge.
On that plane?
Sure.
If it's in the air or if you on the ground?
I don't know.
No, not necessarily.
He didn't have a fight at the.
But you wasn't on the plane?
He wasn't on a plane. It was airport, though,
It's an
right?
airport.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing?
It may not be. They might have a
airport, I think
might be something different,
I think
right?
the
Might be
airport
something different.
Once you get on
I
that
don't know. I
plane,
really don't know. I looked it up. It says that fighting on a plane is a federal charge, but is that fighting on a plane when it's in the air?
But
Is
let's
that
check it
different?
out.
I've been banned from that
Google
same
that.
airline for not.
I've been
It's
to
fighting on the
but I
plane
wasn't- I
and
wasn't-
fighting in the airport, two different things.
Gotta
right. Or does it mean, or is it different when you?
be. I think you
when the
could get
plane
it
is
on
in
in
the
the
air.
airport and you good.
I mean, I've been kicked off of flights, but I wasn't fighting.
So
In
is your ops
on the
worth
plane.
37,000 to crash out
No,
on?
but what I'm trying to tell you is this: if you run into them and you feel like you just can't get through it, you just got to do something. At least wait,
So you get
So
off
you-
the plane,
deboard the plane.
and then it could be a state thing.
Right, then you can get with it.
Can you have a pillow fight on the thing?
That's the thing. That's the key.
Now,
Maybe
is,
not a physical, but
You can at least have a pillow fight.
pillow fight seems like it's
is
legal.
pillow an assault?
Pillow fight not legal either?
Is that an assault charge if you get hit with a pillow?
I don't think that's a real
could- I don't know.
assault.
Shit, if you hit a nigga with water right now,
If you throw a pillow at a random like old white lady in first class, that might be assault.
Nah, you hit anybody white, you get an assault. That's a fact, Jack.
Guaranteed
What?
assault.
I don't give a
That's
fuck if
assault.
that shit was the softest pillow in America.
You throw the
Yeah, one
blanket.
of them folks up
That's
there.
assault.
If you
They gonna
scream
roll
too
on the ground and say,
It's
Oh
assault.
my God.
stop. They gonna
They
act
gonna
like you
send them
stomped
red
them out.
jackets in there.
That's
The red
assault,
jackets ever
bro.
came to the airplane and got you?
who?
The red jacket. They used to have the red jackets back in the day.
What?
They used to come on the plane with red jackets.
You. Salute, Flat. You there?
Salute, bro. I'm here, bro.
All right. So, they got a full podcast, and, I really didn't look at the whole thing. I kind of just skimmed through it, seeing that they, responded to the Tony Yayo, Uncle Murder, and Ja Rule altercation on the plane. So
Mm,
I just played, maybe a couple of minutes of it. They talk about it more in detail, but
mm.
I don't own the content, and I see they got an entity that they, in business with. I don't want no, I don't want no flags on my account. So
Right.
anyhow, let's address this though, Flat. You know what I mean? Let's address them speaking on it. Let's address the situation as a whole, because like I said, I've been away for like a week and a half. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Had to visit the motherland and all that. So what's your
Sure.
thoughts on they commentary on the situation thus far?
I mean, first of all, it's good to have you back, bro. Now I'm saying it's good to hear your voice again. It's good to
Thank
be
you,
back.
bro.
Yes, sir. Back
Like,
rocking, touching these subjects, bro. Know what I'm saying?
oh, you already know, man. It's great to be back with my brother doing what we do best. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? Cooking up with this commentary and all that. But yeah, we gonna get to all that. We gonna
Mm-hmm.
get the people, what it was like to go to the motherland and touch those exotic animals and yeah, shit is different, bro. Like I went
Right.
there on a whole different type of time. You know what I mean? A
Mm.
whole different type of time. But
Mm.
yeah, let's get to work. We gonna that's the real work, but we gonna get to this light work right here. This light
Yes,
work.
sir. Light
Let,
work, yeah.
mhm,
so I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Now I'm saying when I first seen the situation that
mhm,
happened with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda and Ja Rule, right? I
mhm,
I was kind of saying the same thing that they heading towards. Like, yo, if it was real smoke,
mhm,
now I'm saying, wait till you get off the plane. Now I'm
mm,
saying, neither
mhm,
y'all all businessmen, we all grown men. Now I'm saying,
mhm,
we adults. We not doing the kid stuff. I get it. On site, the G Unit 50 Cent and Murder
mhm.
Inc. Ja Rule beef been going on 20 something years. Know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So I
Mhm,
get it, bro. Now I'm saying, but the thing about it is none of us is gonna jeopardize our careers, our business. Now I'm saying, so at the end of the day,
mhm.
if it's really up, now I'm saying, let's wait till the plane land. Now I mean, and let's go. We go in the bathroom and shoot the fire, bro.
That's a fact.
That's a
That's a
fact,
fact.
son. Now I mean, it don't gotta go past that.
Well,
Yeah.
well. So you saying definitely off the plane because you can't definitely fight in no plane bathroom. That shit
Nah,
too
of
small.
course. Of
imagine,
course not,
imagine
son.
niggas going there airplane bathroom.
Come
That
on,
first of
son.
all,
Ain't
gonna have
even
to
one person could barely fit in there,
word.
son. Know what I mean, but I mean, like in the airport, like when we land.
Oh,
Now
no
I'm
doubt.
saying, if it's really up like that, now I'm saying that's like dudes that be in jail. They be like, yo, we not gonna wild out while the CO right here. Now I'm saying we gonna let the CO think it's cool. Now I'm
Correct.
saying then we gonna go in the bathroom. Shoot the fire for 5 minutes. Now I'm saying get busy. That's if it's really up. So
I'm
so
with
so
you.
I feel the same way when it came to Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder because they had
Mm,
the advantage with the numbers. Now I'm
yes.
saying, and if you listen to the story, they like, yo, they had to drop, they had to drid out because they knew that Ja Rule was getting on a flight, son. He
Mm,
ain't know they was on the flight. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I
So
ain't
they had
know this.
they
I'm,
had to
I'm out
drid
the
out.
loop. I'm out
Mm-hmm.
the loop. I'm glad you put me
Yeah,
onto the whole loop. Run the lights up. We here. This is MRAC, my brother David Flat Sparks. You know what I
yes,
mean?
sir.
We let the sparks fly and all that. We're gonna run the intro.
Mm-hmm.
But my brother breaking it down. Go ahead, cook up, bro. Cook up. You cooking.
Yeah, bro. So you said you missed that. So boom,
Mm-hmm.
Tony Yale put that information out there that he alluded to it. He didn't say exactly who it was that told him
Uh-huh.
that Ja Rule was getting on that same flight. But I
Mm.
find it very now I mean I find it a conspiracy that They
Mhm.
just so happen to be sitting in a seat right behind son. Know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Right. Come on.
crazy.
Come on. That's crazy. Yayo alluded to the
Uh-huh.
fact that it was like a worker that gave him the dread up
Wow.
that Ja Rule was on a flight. So that's just how I see it. They must have got the drop me, make sure we behind son. Know what I mean? Boom, 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 boom. That's what it sound like, son. Know what I mean?
Mm. See, I didn't know this. This is great information. That's why I'm
Yeah.
letting you cook. And at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, you was my eyes and ears between you and Rip. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
my eyes and ears, while I was exploring other lands. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna say this though, right? Now, when does it come to a point where, because I look at it like this, for me, the way I always handle beef was right then and there. So I'm with you. Like, yo, okay, listen, we gonna get this shit over with because we ain't
Right.
gonna be 60, 70 years
Come
old because
on,
niggas
son.
is 50, damn near. You
Facts.
know what I'm saying? If not 50 already, right?
Facts.
So when do we end this shit? When do it stop being beef to whereas, nigga, I'm gonna knock you out
Right.
and that's that. We gonna squash it from there. We ain't gotta
Right.
never be cool after that. We could just be cordial. I see you, you see me. I'm on a flight. You on a flight. You over
Right.
there. I'm over here because it don't even make no sense no more. Because at this point, where when I seen the video,
Mm.
Ja's on some let's get it shaking
Yeah.
and then according to what was said, Ja Rule I guess hit Yayo with a pillow,
Mm-hmm.
rocked him with a pillow. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how hard or, and this is the thing, man. I just came off the plane.
Yeah.
Them pillows are soft as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
But at the same time, maybe he just grabbed anything that was close to him and just threw
Mm.
it. You feel
Right.
me?
Right.
At the time. But when do we all right, they've been beefing how long? Maybe 30 years now, right?
Facts. Facts.
When do we squash this as grown men? Because like I
Mm.
said, for me, anytime I had beef, it was on site. I
Right.
didn't let it linger for years on
Mm-hmm.
years. I didn't let my homies get involved. It was, yo, Rex, son was talking crazy, or word, I'm gonna go pull up on his block or pull
Right.
up at his crib or whatever at his school and put hands and feet on son. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Snooze son, and then keep it moving. You know what I mean? Wake son up. Yo, son, you good? Yo,
Right,
we
son.
still got beef? Nah, Rec. We good. Where I'm at, Rec? Nah, you still laying on the ground. I just wanted to wake you up just to let
Right.
you know that I don't really want to have beef with you because I could really hurt you. I could have just, I could have
Facts.
just earthed you. Like
Facts.
your soul was just drifting. You know what I mean? Your soul was drifting and what you call that shit? Purgatory. Your
Yeah.
soul was in purgatory right now. And I could have just, you know what I mean? I could have just
Yeah.
irked you, but I gave you a pass. So where do the G Unit, Ja Rule, Murder Ain't beef in that? Because
Mm.
I'm, it's gonna happen again. You dig what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's
Yeah.
gonna happen. Whereas they're gonna be on the same flights. They're
Right.
gonna be at maybe the same country or whatever it is. They're gonna bump into each other. Because remember,
Right.
50 and Ja Rule
Yes,
was on
sir.
a plane
That's a
together,
fact. Yep.
and that didn't even happen.
Facts.
They didn't even get into an altercation. So
Facts.
that's where I'm at with it. Was Yayo? I don't know. Yayo's the homie. Ja Rule's the homie. You know what I mean? I know
Yeah.
Murder. I know all of them.
Yeah.
But I just got to keep it real. Was Yayo and Uncle Murder clout chasing?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course,
Okay.
bro. Because so I've been in a situation like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when a dude I'm not saying that they ain't want no smoke with Ja Rule. I ain't saying none of that. But they was looking at it from a perspective of let's get this viral moment real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm saying let's pull out the phones and record. Now I'm saying, like I said, I've been in a situation like that where it flipped the reverse Uno card
Mm.
on the dude because I got busy on son. You pulled your phone out
Mm.
thinking you about to catch a viral the viral moment and you get ping pong. Now I'm saying
Uh-huh.
on the camera. Now I'm saying? So that's kind of what happened because if you remember correctly, I know
Uh-huh.
you was, know what I mean, you was in the motherland, son. Know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? You
Correct.
was, know what I mean? You was out, know what I mean? You was out there foot on the beautiful grass and all that.
Yes,
Out
sir.
here, bro, everybody knows it was a flip Uno reverse card thrown on Yayo and Uncle Murder because
I saw
somebody,
that.
you peeped it,
I
somebody
peep
showed
game.
another side of the footage. Know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Where Ja Rule was really know what I mean? Ja Rule was on
On
his
go
10
time.
toes.
He was on go time.
He was on go time, son. Because they
Mm.
made it seem like they was shunning him. They was,
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Ja Rule ain't want no smoke. But then
Mm-hmm.
once the reverse Uno card flipped on him and they showed what really was going on, Ja Rule was really the one turning up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
cause Yayo said, really, and all honesty, it was like four of them. It was it
Mm.
was it was Uncle Murder, it was Yayo, and it was like two other dudes. And
And
they
Ja
had
Rule,
a,
and not to cut your wisdom,
yeah,
Lord,
yes,
and Ja
sir.
Rule still was on go time,
He
and
was
it was
still
like
on go
four.
time.
Oh yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
got to salute Rule. You know what I'm saying? Got to
Facts,
salute
facts.
Rule. Because when they first put out the footage, you know
Mm.
what I'm saying, it was looking totally different.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened was because I was seeing things in a blur. You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah.
was actually, you know what's so crazy? When they was on the plane, right, going through their altercation, I was on the plane. I was just on a different plane. You know,
Mm.
that's how crazy it was. So when I saw the footage, I'm like, hold
Mm.
on, was these niggas? Because I wasn't in first class. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everybody bought up the first class shit. So I'm thinking,
Yeah.
hold on, was these niggas on the front of the plane
That'd have
wilding
been
out?
crazy, son.
That would have been crazy. I'd have been like, yo, come
Uh,
on, man. You know what I mean? What y'all doing, man? Come on, let's
facts.
all get off the plane. Let's go in the bathroom, like you said.
Right,
I'd have
right.
refereed the shit. I'd have been
Yeah,
like, yo,
facts, son.
Yayo. I'd have been like, Yayo and Ja, y'all get it
Yeah,
shaken, and whatever
facts.
happens from that, if Ja Rule put Yayo to sleep or vice versa,
Right.
then we wake Ja up. All right, Ja, Yayo put you to sleep, or vice
Yeah.
versa. Yo, Yayo, Ja put you to sleep. So Ja gonna fight Uncle Murder now, and then you know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Like
right.
we gonna do it the right way. You know what I mean? But
Right.
that's just me being official. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Being the official unofficial
Right.
ref with the whistle. You
That's
did.
a fact. Yes, sir. Real
So
talk, son.
I'm looking at this situation like just on real grown man time
Yeah.
because, like I said, literally I was on the plane, just on a different plane going
Right.
to the motherland, right?
Right. Right.
And I'm seeing this shit play out in real time,
Mm.
and I'm like, yo, imagine if this shit was on the plane that I was on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, this shit would have been like, what a coincidence. But I'm glad
Right.
it wasn't because
Right.
then I know both parties and I'm cool with all parties.
Mm.
Then it's like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
trying to pick a side, but at the
Right.
same time, you know how niggas will be intense in the moment, and
Yeah.
and I may try to break it up, or maybe trying to get niggas to, yo, let's go to the bathroom, and niggas get it shaken. Niggas
Right.
will be looking at me like, yo, Rec, you was riding with Ja Rule,
Exactly.
or vice versa. Yo,
Or
Rec,
vice versa.
Ja
Hmm.
looking at me, you riding with Yayo and Uncle Murder. Because look,
Right.
the ill shit about it, right?
Hmm.
I got a record with Tony Yayo,
Mm.
right? Called No Delay. You can look it up. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Respect My Handle album and all that, street album by M Rec, shameless plug, but fuck it. Like I
Yes,
said, we
sir.
bringing it back home always. We
Yes, sir.
brought it back home to the motherland. We bringing it back home to M Rec TV, let the sparks fly, David
Right.
Flat Sparks, because
Right.
we them ones for real. We them guys.
Facts. Facts.
But what I'm saying is with those situations, it's so sketchy that
Mm.
you could be, cool with all parties,
Right.
but when it's a conflict going on or altercation going on,
Yeah.
you almost either got to pick a side or stay out of it.
Mm.
Because what happens is, let's say like I'm trying to referee the situation, right? If it gets to that far,
Right.
niggas go to the bathroom, and then one nigga gets stolen on.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Yo,
Hmm.
my nigga, if you didn't get involved, that shit wouldn't have happened. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Niggas always looking for the blame, especially when a
Yep.
nigga gets snooze.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Nigga get put on snooze, niggas going, yo, Rick, son, Niggas didn't have to go to the bathroom. Niggas was gonna handle it right there.
That's a
You
fact,
feel me?
son. Yep.
So, for me, I'm always going, I'm gonna handle the situation and hold accountability at
Right.
all times. I'm not
Yo,
looking for nobody to blame. I'm gonna land my plane on that.
no, I want to throw this in there, right? Not to cut your wisdom, bro, but look, even we all know we real official dudes. So we call it like it is. We don't
Correct.
pick sides. So now once you woulda cause just like you, Rec, if I was on a plane, you know what I'm saying? And I was there and I seen how it was rocking off, they would have had that side of the story, you know what I mean? With that Yayo and Uncle Murda put out there. And then I would have came with the truth. Yo, listen, bro, nah, that's not what happened, son.
Mm-hmm.
So now they would have made it like I'm taking Sunshine or like you taking Sunshine because you keeping it a buck on the situation. Know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But in
Mm-hmm.
reality, y'all tried to make it a one-sided thing and it wasn't that. Know what I'm saying? So now picture if that was you, like always, the MREC TV exclusive on the angle of what really happened. They
Mm.
would have been like, oh nah, yo, MREC being biased. Know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Yo,
stop there, Flat.
mm,
You know what's so crazy that you're saying this?
mm-hmm,
I said there was a reason for me going to the motherland at that moment. Because the same
mm.
day that I was going, this happened, and I would have kept it super G'd
That's a
up.
fact.
Because
That's a fact.
I saw the other clip that came out that
Mm-hmm,
made Ja Rule look like, oh, nah, he's standing on business.
mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? And for me, I'm always gonna call it how I'm gonna call it,
Right,
regardless of what. Like Ja, my nigga.
right,
Yayo, my nigga.
right,
Uncle Murda, he the homie. He
right,
okay. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just say this, because I'm just saying this because I don't want niggas. We both from East New York, but it was a time where we didn't see eye to eye. And I'm gonna keep it real. I asked son for 5 minutes, Uncle Murda,
Mm,
and he ain't want to give me the 5 minutes, and I'm gonna leave it as that.
mm.
So, but that's neither here or there. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Whatever. Yeah, that's gonna be in the MREC documentary, the book, and all
Mm,
that. You know what I'm saying? And
mm.
and it's people that y'all know that was around that can confirm that situation. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go into that.
That's
So
exclusive, bro.
yeah, but I mean, for me, that's always been my thing. I ain't never
Mm-hmm.
strayed away from, a one-on-one or whatever. Even when niggas try
Right,
to jump a nigga, nigga gonna get busy. I'm gonna hold
right.
it down. However it go down. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mm-hmm.
for the get down.
Right,
I'm a peaceful dude, but I'm not with the beef lingering. So I don't even
right, right.
understand, like, because this is my thing, right? I love a peace of mind.
Facts,
And think about it. We not teenagers, man. We not
facts.
even in our 20s no more.
Right,
Niggas not even in their 30s. Niggas is
right,
40 cash plus.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying? About to
Mm-hmm.
be in their 50s, right?
Right.
What are we doing? Like, we gotta set example for our kids and
Facts,
and and then people that's tuned into us. You know what I'm saying? We got,
facts.
and it's a lot of, like, you gotta think. Even Ja, I seen a clip today where Ja was being apologetic
Mm-hmm.
for reacting the way he was acting in that moment.
Right,
He felt like he could have handled it in a different way. I guess he was apologizing to his fans and to the people that he's in business with, because that don't look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, just in general on all sides. You
right,
feel what I'm saying? So that's
right.
why I'm asking, like, how do we resolve this? You know what I mean? Like, we know Murder Inc. and G Unit never gonna get along.
Facts.
So how do we nip this shit in the bud? How do we squash this? How do we end this shit? Because I be looking at niggas online, right?
Mm.
Whether on YouTube, IG, TikTok, or whatever, and I be seeing niggas beefing with each other. And of course, they got the cell phone, like, pointed to their face. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
They going in. Yeah, nigga,
right,
when I see you, it's up, nigga.
right.
Yo, it's on site. So I can't even get in that mind state. How a nigga just grab his phone
Mm.
and talk to his phone like like it's a nigga in his face, like he face to face with his ops. Like,
Right.
I can't even get into that mentality. Like, you know what I mean? Because like I said, when I see a nigga, it's just up,
That's a
or
fact.
it's just on site. So I'm gonna land my plane on that. You feel me?
Right. Now I'm with you, Rack. I believe in orchestrated violence, bro. Now I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying like not senseless violence. Now I'm saying I believe in orchestrated. Now I mean like let's put this together. If I see you, yo, listen, bro. If we had an issue and it's up like that, let's go shoot 5 minutes in a joint ski real quick, son. We ain't
Mm-hmm.
gotta yell, cause I'm not making no scene. I'm not with
Nah.
that. Now I'm
Nah.
saying? Like dudes got names, dudes got reputations. Now I'm saying dudes got we carrying legacies and all that. We
Come
ain't
on.
got time to be out here embarrassing ourselves, what we represent. Now I'm saying we not doing
Facts.
none of that. If it's an issue, let's go real quick where there's nobody at. Let's get this over with. Let's nip this in the
Yeah.
bud. Now I'm saying, so we ain't gotta be out here making fools of each other. Cause yo, shit been going on for 30 years, bro. Now I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
yo, come on, son. Look at 50. Shout out to Fifth, but Fifth running around with 12 bodyguards. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Word the mother, God. Fifth running around with 12. He's not getting into no physical altercation.
Nah.
You see what you just said about when they seen
Mm-hmm.
each other on the plane? They not him and Ja. He wasn't gonna do it with Ja Rule and mess up his bread. Know what I'm saying? He wasn't gonna do that, son. So why
Nah.
not have that same mentality? Because y'all moving around like henchmen, and I rock with,
See,
yeah.
I was gonna go there, but
Mm-hmm.
keep cooking,
Mm-hmm.
keep cooking, keep
I
cooking.
rock with Yayo and Uncle Murda too. But y'all moving around like henchmen trying to do
Mm.
too much. It's like, yo, listen, bro. 50 wouldn't even did what y'all did. He the one that had real beef with Sunshine. Know what I'm saying? He the one that had the real,
Mm.
if everybody
Yeah.
know the situation. Know what I'm saying? Like, why it's really up with Son and them. But guess what? 50 ain't even do that when he seen Son. Because he like, yo, listen,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting his chicken. Know what I'm saying? I ain't letting nothing stop me from getting on these flights, being able to
Mm-hmm.
to to, to get my bags, son. Know what I'm saying? But they moving like henchmen,
Mm-hmm.
like they with the entourage instead of being the men that now I mean that they really are. Now I mean, listen, bro, the clout chase that was whack. I keep it
Mm.
real,
So
son.
let me say this, like, and this is aside from my relationship with Yayo, Uncle
Mm-hmm.
Murda, and Ja Rule. This is just me
Mm-hmm.
speaking as somebody that's calling down the middle, as I
Right,
do.
right.
But I'm asking you this question:
Mm-hmm.
do you think when Yayo and Uncle Murda put that video out, I guess trying to expose Ja Rule, like
Mm.
like they had the drop on him,
Right.
do you think the video backfired on him?
Yeah, bro. It was the thing that made it backfire, bro, was one like we said, if you really on that, you're not gonna make a scene in the public. You gonna wait till the plane land. You gonna handle that in the airport bathroom
Mhm,
or whatever. Now I'm saying you gonna
mhm,
handle it where it could be handled. Plus,
mhm,
like I said, that reverse Uno was the was the
mm,
was the angle of the other person. We don't even know who the other person is. They remained anonymous. Know what I'm saying?
mhm,
But
mhm,
they showed the real angle of what really happened, which was Ja Rule turned up on them. They energy
mm,
wasn't even like on his, like, yo, let's get it, let's get
mhm,
rocking. Know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Ja Rule was really the one that was really on that. Know what I'm saying? So
mm,
so it did make them look crazy, son.
mm.
Hmm.
Wow. Listen, man, like I said, man, maybe it was meant for me not to address the situation.
Mm.
Um, Listen, the people I seen people online calling it how you calling it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Hmm.
And like you said, if I was here, I'll be calling it down the middle. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because that's just me. Like I never been somebody that's going dick ride, hate,
Mm.
you know, um, or glaze. That's just not what we do over here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Ain't no glaze factory over here.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? All you niggas that live on Glazington Ave and all that, and you live in Glazington projects, just say that. Just say, yo, my nigga, I'm I'm a glazer. You know what I mean? At this point, you feel me?
Right.
Because if you can't just call it down the middle, at
Yeah.
this point, you can't even call yourself a man. You know what
Facts.
I'm saying? Like, just be
Facts.
real. Like, see, it's a difference, right? I remember in sports, right?
Mm.
Let's take it back to when Jordan was he's still the GOAT, but let's take it back when Jordan, anytime when Jordan, hit the court, he gonna give you 40 or more, right?
Right. Right.
But anytime with Jordan in the garden, he usually put up 50 or more,
That's a fact.
right? I remember Knicks fans,
Mm.
right? They were so delusional.
Mm.
And I'm a Knicks fan by default because I'm from the town.
Facts.
But it was niggas who was, fanatics. They
Yeah.
were so delusional. Niggas that say Jordan ain't really that nice.
Mm.
And I'm like, yo, see, this is where you got to separate the people that keep it official, like myself, yourself,
Right.
and then the Glazers. So now you
Right.
just a New York Knickerbocker Glazer. At the time, you was a D rider. You
Yeah,
ain't gonna
that's a
say
fact.
like, and there's some spooky shit going on with Michael Jordan right now too.
That's
So
a
it's
fact
crazy.
too.
And you know what's so crazy? I saw that days ago, and I was, like I said, in the motherland,
Yeah.
but I seen the narrative switch. We're gonna get back to the Tony Yayo and the Ja Rule shit and all that, but
Mm-hmm.
it all gonna line up.
Mm-hmm.
I seen niggas being Michael Jordan glazes, and this is outside of him being the GOAT he is as a basketball player. I see niggas move the goalposts.
Mm.
To how he was touching that little white boy, it was a little spooky off the rip. Anyhow,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's just me.
Mm.
It went from, oh, Michael Jordan was just playing with the little boy. Then when people really analyze, they're like, oh, nah, that shit look crazy right there. The way he touching that kid, that
Yeah.
didn't look right. And then I guess the PR, whoever it was, tried to do damage control and said, oh, Michael Jordan was getting ice out his back. I
Mm.
was like, nah, we ain't see now this right here. Now you're playing in people's faces. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like, and then they had a close up on the video
Mm.
of Michael Jordan hand, touching the little boy back or whatever shirt. Ain't no ice came down the little boy back. You dig
Mm.
what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I don't know why Jordan was doing what he was doing, pause, and we don't play with them kids.
Right.
But you did see that video floating around, right?
I seen it, bro.
Mhm.
Now I mean, my opinion
Mhm.
differentiated. Now I'm saying a
Mhm.
couple of times because I did see different angles, and it
Mhm.
had me. Now I'm saying like but that well, it's a whole nother joint. Now I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
but
it go down. It's gonna go down a
it
whole
go
nother
down to
rabbit
yeah
hole. It's gonna go
because
down a whole
because
nother rabbit hole. Go ahead, but
because what
speak
I
your piece.
found out was he did sue he sued the car racing joint. I'm not
Yeah,
really into that. But I heard
yeah.
he sued it, so they trying to put a narrative.
You talking
You
about
know
the Indy
how these
500,
rabbit
right?
hole.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Indy 500.
Indy
So,
500. So he sued them. So now
mhm.
they looking for a way to put bad press out on. It's a rabbit
Mm.
hole, right? So I until I get more information on it. Now I'm saying I kind of like don't know which angle to go on that.
No, but that's why I didn't address that either, because I
Yeah,
wanted more information. And like I said, Michael Jordan is the GOAT, but we don't glaze over here. You know what
that's
I'm
a
saying? We're
fact.
gonna call it
That's a
how we,
fact.
because when I saw the footage, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, this right here don't look good. You know what I
Right.
mean? Jordan is looking like, he got them what you call those them P the PDF files going on. Like he in
Mm.
the PDF files. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
know, and niggas already placed Chris Tucker,
Mm-hmm.
with Epstein. He said he was
Right.
on the Epstein planes and shit like that. And Michael Jordan and Chris Tucker,
Right.
them niggas is buddies. They got mad flicks together. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was a whole rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But like I said, shouts to, I think it was NASCAR. I think he sued
Right.
NASCAR.
NASCAR. Mm-hmm.
Right, that's what it was. Salute. And yeah, NASCAR. But see, this is the thing. Did NASCAR set up the whole play for the little kid to be in front of Michael Jordan? And did NASCAR make Michael Jordan touch the kid?
Right. Nah. Can't
You feel
can't be
me?
that. Know what I'm saying? Can't be
Feel me?
that. Yeah.
Feel me? See, this is my thing. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like a lot of people, I don't put nothing past nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't give a fuck who you are.
Right.
Right is right, wrong is wrong.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And the optics don't look good because I looked at it from many angles.
Mm.
And the first angle that niggas was saying, oh no, it's AI. I was the first angle that niggas was running with.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
once niggas is like, nah, that's real, the next joint was, oh, that's the son of his race car driver, and Michael Jordan and the kid play like that, right? And then when niggas wasn't jacking that, the next one was, oh, they came up, they had to wait like 24 hours, 48 hours. Oh, the kid had ice in his back.
Mm.
And Michael Jordan was trying to get the ice out. I was like, nah, I signed off the internet for like 2 days after that. I just signed off. I said, nah. You know what I mean? I said, nah,
Yeah,
you know what?
right.
I'm gonna leave it alone. Like I said, I'm not trying to put nothing on Jordan, but it's
Right.
almost like if you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar,
Yeah, yeah.
nigga, you got caught
You gotta
stealing
blame
the
yourself.
cookies.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's
You
a
feel me?
fact. Yes,
So,
sir.
so, so, so that's my thing. There's a lot of sick shit going on with these celebrities and the
Mhm.
elite with these kids and all that. And I would hate
Mhm.
for Jordan to be in the mix of all that. I would hate
Yeah.
for him to be in a fold of all that crazy shit. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
But we gotta call a spade, man. And because niggas get a lot of money, and what
Mm.
happens is shit is boring to them. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So
That's a
they
fact.
start doing weird shit.
That's a
You know what I'm
fact.
saying? Like regular sex and all that shit. And I'm not making no excuse or I'm not co-signing, but I'm letting you know that, like, you gotta think Michael Jordan probably hit every bad chick in the world damn near.
Since
You
the
feel me?
80s, son.
Since the 80s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he getting down like that, but I'm just saying I know a lot of y'all can't fathom why would a man that's so-called heterosexual, got all his money, can get any chick in the world,
Mhm.
why would he even think to even indulge in that?
Right.
Because niggas get bored. But then again, it gets deeper. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, like I said, I really didn't want to go down this rabbit hole,
Yeah.
but I didn't get to address it. If you know, uh, let's just say it's a lot of vampire shit that goes on
Mhm.
when it comes to those babies.
That's a fact.
Okay? This is
That's a
how
fact.
people maintain their youth.
Yep.
If you know,
Yep.
you know, me and the earth, we've been breaking this shit down on the Blackout show for years. You know, a lot of niggas is in our lane now. You know, I
Mm.
see a lot of niggas doing this shit. I know you see it flat, you know what I
Of
mean?
course.
And when we was doing it, and you know, we talked about the Epstein shit 7 years ago and all that.
Yeah. Mhm.
Niggas is trying to say, yo, Rec, you wild and having that chick on your platform, yo, Rec, yo, you know what I'm saying? Just a whole
Yeah.
bunch of shit. Now you see everybody talking about it, and now it's mainstream now.
That's a fact.
I'm looking at this shit like, man, nigga was so ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
People was trying to tell me different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
neither there. Let's reel it back into the Yayo shit.
Yeah.
Because we went down that rabbit hole of Michael Jordan because I was only using it as a analogy
Right.
because you know we're gonna call it things for what it is. We got to call it for what it is.
Facts.
And the Michael Jordan shit was, man, I seen him touching a little boy kind of awkward and it kind of bothered me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I never looked at Jordan in that light. And then
Right.
when niggas started making all the excuses for Jordan, I said, nah, okay, see, this is the problem. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We got to call a spade a spade. And we'll address that another time.
Yes,
But now
sir.
getting back to Yayo and Uncle Murda and all that, and um yeah, Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Where do we like at this point, if it backfired on them,
Mm.
now you know that right there can scar niggas' egos.
Yeah.
So you think at this point they're gonna be looking for some get back? Oh my bad. Damn, I don't even know. I hit the button by mistake. Do you think they're gonna be getting you think they're gonna be trying to get some get back, being
Mm.
that it may have backfired on them? Hold on one second. We got a call. Hold on one second.
Mhm.
Run the likes up, y'all. Salute to the rec mom. Hold on, Janie B. I got you. Let me tap you in. I gotta all right, hold on 1 second. All right. Salute Rec Mob. We got Janie B, the infamous Janie B on the line. Janie B, what's happening?
What up, though, and Red? They snuck you in and tried to not let me know you was on here. What's going on?
Salute. Nah, I mean, I was you know, I took a trip to the motherland for like a week and a half. So, you know what I mean? And then I just happened to go live. I haven't even been home like 4 hours. So I just happened to go live because you know, I haven't been live. So, you know what I mean? And I know I gotta get back in the algorithm, you know what I mean? So run the likes up. MREC is back from the motherland. We're gonna talk about that because I got a lot of footage. I was with a lot of exotic animals and all that. And that's the real content. And we'll get to that, you know what I mean, MREC, lifestyle and traveling vlogs and all that. But Janie B, while I got you on the line, I wanted to ask you, like I was just asking Flat, because I seen this thing with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda backfire when they try to make Ja Rule look like they had the drop on him and Ja Rule didn't want the smoke. So what's your thoughts?
I was salivating. I was waiting on you.
Now, why was you waiting on me? Why? Because Flat said why he was waiting on me.
I was waiting on you because before the real footage came out, me and my son had already cracked the code. I'm like, Ja Rule is not backing down from these dusty niggas. and at this point in rec, my thoughts went here. I lost respect for Tony Yayo.
Damn.
Now you just a gossiping bitch.
Damn.
You making up stories now. That's where my mind went. We were sitting up here talking. My son was saying, "Where's MREC?" Like him and the young boys was looking for you. They was like, "Where is MREC?" And then my son took it here. He said, "You know, Ma, we was watching this together, and MREC had put up some footage. He was at Ja Rule's concert or something." I had forgot all about this. He said, and then he said, "I remember you telling MREC that he needed to watch his back." He said, and you knew what you know. He said, but I'm thinking not just what you said, but 50 really was pissed off because now MREC is rocking with Ja Rule.
I don't know. Maybe. You know what? Maybe. Because, you know, maybe. You're right. Because nigga did say, 50 said this directly towards me. Niggas be promoting the
and that's when all of that was coming out. And you were somewhere doing footage and saying that how great it was, and you were just bigging them up.
Yeah, I mean, look, if this is my thing. I got paid to cover a Ja Rule concert, right? And you know, I ain't gonna go into all the business, but my thing is this: the nigga is a dope performer, and he came to New York, right? This is New York, and when I tell you, it was 20,000 people, and most of them, of course, was females. Because you know, this is the narrative that I hate niggas. You know, niggas been putting out this narrative like, okay, Ja Rule's just over, and he out here fucked up or whatever, can't take care of his kids or whatever. But niggas is not putting out the narrative saying, yo, this nigga not only is selling out stadiums, like, see, this is the thing, right? I keep it so official. I'm always gonna keep it official. I don't give a fuck what you on or who's on what. I'm gonna call it down the middle. And niggas know that. Niggas could be mad.
That's a fact.
I went to the Ja Rule concert. I saw it for my own 2 eyes. The shit was sold out. It was at the shit in Long Island, at Jones Beach, that theater, whatever. I think it's the Jones Beach Theater. And you know that shit, if anybody knows, I think that shit holds 17,000, 20,000 or something like that. It was Ja Rule and Nelly. And I want to say this. I never seen Ja Rule get booked at no hole in the wall club. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga is only booked at stadiums. So it be these narratives that niggas be putting out there and running with, like you mentioned. They put a video out there and Flat mentioned, but that wasn't the situation. Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda, they put a video out there, and then the shit backfired on them maybe hours later or some shit like that. Because somebody else was on they caught a different angle.
It's a whole lot of people pissed off with him supposed to be so street and so stand up. And this the kind of crap y'all got going on. And for Uncle Murda, all three of them look like monkeys together. All three, 50, Tony Yayo, and Uncle Murda. They got the same face at a different angle.
Yo, it's crazy because look, it's hard for me because, like I said, I got a record with Yayo the homie, Ja the homie. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Murda, he lives in East New York. That's where I'm from. The niggas that all my brothers rock with him. So, I know everybody, but I'm going to keep it G'd up. In that situation, you know what I'm saying?
Every time somebody don't agree with what 50 talking about or follow his blueprint, he try to crap on what they got going on. And I told you about this behind the scenes. I told you about this on this platform. Watch out for some of these niggas. And because people are following that blueprint and then somebody just sitting from the corner putting out the real footage, it's a lot of people tired of 50 and all of this bull crap that they got going on. As far as Ja Rule and a lot of other people.
Yeah.
You allow things on this platform that 50 probably will never forgive. I.e. my big mouth. I debunked a lot of his stuff.
Well, let me say this. Because we speak our minds, because we speaking the truth, it ain't like I'm allowing people to put false accusations on nobody. We going off what we see and we calling it for what it is.
And what we know. What we see and what we know. I've never came on here and said nothing that wasn't the truth.
Correct.
But the fact that you don't squash it, you get what I'm saying? It's not that you don't know what I'm gonna say when I come on here.
Never.
I lived a long life. I've been in a lot of circumstances. You don't know what I'm gonna say, and when stuff come on, I'll be knowing what you about to put out there. When I come on here, I'll be speaking to what I know.
Correct.
But the fact that you don't stop me, and he can't get nothing on me, and he can't shut me down in Detroit, this is a lot of stuff. It's a lot of moving parts in this, MREC. And you're not somebody that he can bow off. You're not infatuated with 50. You're your own celebrity.
Salute to you on that. I don't even think of myself as a celebrity, but I'll just say I'm a public figure.
But we do.
Salute. I appreciate you. I'm gonna always remain humble, but I'm gonna just say I'm a influencer, public figure, or artist, whatever, because I feel like celebrities they don't engage with the people as they should. The people is what make you a celebrity. The people is what make you who you are. And they forget that. They don't even engage with their own, fans and subscribers. Me, this is why I open the lines up and have this type of dialogue, because I want to have a different relationship. Y'all my family. This is not even like, oh, you're a fan of me. Nah, we ain't doing that. You family. I'm calling your family. That's why I say Rec Mob. Rec Mob is family. So it's different. So for me, that's how I carry it. You know what I'm saying?
And Rec, I want you to know this too. You got a bunch of aunties out here that's your prayer warriors, and we stand in front of you and block the line. Understand that. He can't get through that line.
That's love.
Him or none of these other nasty niggas. When you got the older women praying for you and on your side, you all that in the bag of chips. We gonna protect you at all costs.
That's love. I appreciate that, man. That's why I had to go live, because truthfully, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was coming back to upload footage from the motherland. I'm still gonna do that, but I said I seen nobody touched on it. I said I'm gonna jump on this. So this is what I'm gonna do.
And I'm gonna say something. Hold on, Mbek. I gotta say this too before you get me off of here. And I know I'm long-winded, But you know I told you about my gift, right?
Correct.
Okay. The last live you did, what was the last thing I said to you?
Shit, you know, I done had so many things that
I
transpired.
told you to go. I told you to come back and go live about that nigga Corey Holcomb.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
And guess what happened? The floodgates didn't open on that nigga. I told you I be knowing stuff in rap.
I seen some shit that come out where he said some shit about messing with a little girl, some crazy shit.
A 5-year-old sucking on the bottle.
Nah, see,
a 5-year-old sucking on the bottle. He's called a whore.
Oh wow, I seen some shit where it was some 13-year-old man. It's so spooky.
A 13-year-old over in Iceland that he slept with, and he couldn't give her no money. He said that.
Yeah, it got crazy for son. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I said, I'm glad I went to the motherland because it was so much stuff that was coming out that I was like, damn, I want to address all this shit, but I'm still gonna get to it. But I'm glad it came out. But you did tell me, you know. So,
I'm just saying, Rick. Sometimes I be knowing certain stuff, and when I be telling you, because I be having to get it out, I be about to bust open with this information, and I was like, please go live. I know you don't like talking about this nigga, but I got stuff I want to say.
Now you right. Yo, look, this is what we gonna do. Like I said, we here. I'm gonna be live maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. I just wanna, get back in the groove.
Get back to the other content.
Yeah. So no, you more than welcome to call back. I'm gonna open the lines up for other people to call up, and then I'm gonna get his assessment on this situation because, like I said, I'm still in the middle of this shit by default. You know what I mean? Because I know all parties and I'm cool with everybody. Like I said, I got a record with Yayo, and I was just with Ja a couple of months ago at his concert. I didn't even put that footage up. What I did, I put it up real quick, and then I took it down. I was at the concert because I went live from the concert, and the live the Wi-Fi at the stadium was trash. So I didn't like the way it looked, and I took it down.
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that's my thing. Like I tell niggas, I'm not choosing those sides because if I'm cool with different niggas, like if I'm cool with both parties, and I built my relationship outside of their beef, because you gotta think I'm still a journalist, I'm still an artist, so I built with niggas on different planes. You feel me? My shit wasn't predicated on, I was down with G Unit and Tony Yayo gave me a verse. No, I was always M Rec, my nigga, moving out here with the music, and Yayo asked me, yo, Rec, we got to do a record together. This is a fact. So that's how that came about. I never asked Yayo for a verse. Okay. And then with Ja, we've been moving with the brand Forbes DVD and the MREC TV. And then, he respected the brand. He gave us an interview. And then throughout the years, even before he got locked up, Ja Rule gave me exclusive freestyle. You know what I'm saying? And then when I seen them,
and how you gonna steal this man's whole style and talk about his you talk about his style, and then you jack his whole style.
You know how this shit go. Like, see, that's the thing. They moved the goalposts. Like, because if it was somebody else, and niggas been saying that for years. You know what I'm saying? But with 50. He's able to influence people because, like, look, you got somebody in the comments right now that just said you gotta choose a side, Rack. How the fuck I gotta choose a side? My nigga, I didn't grow up with none of these niggas. My nigga, I ain't gotta choose nobody's side. The side I choose is Gutter Music, MREC TV, Let the Sparks Fly, MREC and Rip Show, my brands. That's the side I choose. You feel me? The business that pays.
You choosing your own side.
I got my own shit. And I don't even call my shit a gang. That's the shit I'm choosing. These niggas is industry niggas that I met doing what the fuck I do independently, nigga. I didn't ask to be down with none of these niggas, and niggas respected the work. So I don't know what you talking about, homie. You know what I mean? You got to choose a side. But where I come from, I came from East New York, man. And how I built a relationship with niggas, and it's outside. Like I said, now it'd be a difference if 50 and Tony Yayo put me on. Yo, we gave MREC G-Unit startup money to get his platform going. Then now,
then you ain't gonna talk about it.
Exactly. I'm a grown man. And you know, and even with the big meat situation, it's a tricky situation. But and me and Janie B spoke on that. But we could see how that situation was going to go left. We spoke, and I don't want to get deep into that. And the fact that,
and I'm just gonna say this: when everybody was up here giving their opinion, that was the story that we was going with. Everybody got a right to speak on everything. But when it got to the point where people just coming up here lying and putting falsehoods on them, I had to straighten some things out, i.e. 50.
Come on now. Bottom line. But Janie B, hold that thought. You more than welcome to call back. Let me get Flat back on. And then,
Shout out to Flat.
Salute to Flat. Tap back in, Janie B.
All right.
Hold on. I see, this is my man right here. This is JR, I think. Peace.
What's up, my guy?
What's going on? Who this?
This Jay Hood from Carolina, man. What's good, man?
What's going on? Hold on 1 second. Yo, Flat, give me 30 seconds. I'm going to get right back to you. I'm going to go through these calls real quick.
Yes,
Hold
sir.
on, Flat. All right, we got my brother Jay Hood from Myrtle Beach.
Carolina.
You know what I'm saying?
What's up, my man? I was looking for you to touch on that story. The minute I saw the video, man, I was like, man, I know. I was looking for my notification to go off. But, hey, man, it kind of looked bad for, to my opinion, it kind of looked bad for Yayo and Uncle Murda, man. Them dudes 50 years old. And you sitting in first class and you supposed to have class and you fussing. Like you supposed to be in the back seat or the back of the. You need to been in the somewhere in the cargo area because that looked bad. Then you gonna pull out a phone and argue back and forth. Y'all dudes is 50 years old, bro.
Crazy, right? But look,
that's crazy.
Look, you more than welcome to call back. I just gotta run through these calls and then I gotta get back to my co-host David Flat Sparks. All right, you more than welcome to call back.
All right.
Peace. Let's get it, y'all. We're gonna run through these calls real quick. I gotta hear from my man JR real quick. JR, tap in. Peace.
And Rack.
Yo, you know I gotta hear from you. You know we gotta get back to Flat, but JR from the lower JR, and I want to say this because I didn't even give y'all a heads up. I do apologize to you, the Rec Mob. You know, Flat knew what time it was. Rip knew what time it was. I went to the motherland for, you know, a week and a half, and I got a lot of footage when I was out there. So, you know, I'm switching it up. I'm gonna be doing this MREC lifestyle content as well as travel content, and you know, I'm gonna start swaying away from this rap shit. You know what I mean? Because you know, I rap these niggas under the table. Be honest with you. You know what I mean? And then that's my old work. You know what I mean? And then also when it comes to this content, you know, these niggas, you know, they took from the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. You know, so
well, trust me, I knew whatever was going because it's been like 2 weeks, I think, bro, since you went live.
Yeah,
but
it's been 2 weeks.
I said, yo, my son out here getting to it one way or the next. I ain't know what you was doing, but I knew you was out here getting to it one way or the next. So
I appreciate
you know what
that.
I'm saying. You know, I was just I was always in the bushes looking to see when you came live and all that, but. You know what I'm saying? But I knew you was getting to the bag. But real quick, Rec.
Yeah, let's get it.
Peace to the Rec Mob. Peace to SJ. Peace to David Flat. And brother, it's good to hear from you. And peace to you, man.
Peace to you, JR. It's great hearing from you, Janie B, SJ, everybody, Flat. You know, I'm happy to be here, but I want this JR assessment. You know what I mean? And like I said, you could give us a quick one, and you more than welcome to call back. JR, we need your assessment on this situation. I don't know if you saw me playing the Let's Rap About It podcast, reacting to this Tony Yayo gyro, and then overall, I need your assessment. So, JR, you got the floor.
Yeah, real quick, my assessment on this whole thing, and it was my assessment when I seen the footage, both footages, was that y'all want to play, but y'all What y'all really gonna do? I mean, it was what it was, man. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule, you know, he did what he did, and you know, Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda, they did what they did. But if anybody threw any punches or anything, that would have been a wrap.
Federal
You understand? You
charge.
can't be. Yeah, it's a dub. So, I mean, what you gonna do, man? It's no big deal, in my opinion. I think people make more of it than it really is.
Well,
But
let
it is what
me
it is.
ask you this though, because we got to keep it real now. Yayo and Uncle Murda, they dropped the footage first because you know Ja, I don't think he recorded it. So from you know the general consensus that I'm getting from the internet and people in flat mention it, they dropped the footage trying to make Ja look soft, and it backfired on them. Is that your assessment as well?
Not really. I mean, I think that both footages gave me the same impression that they weren't going to jump off on a plane, right? The same thing happened. Ja Rule got put off the plane, right? So I didn't think the first thing made me feel like it was like they were soft. Uncle Murda was still yelling at him even in the second footage. It was the same. It was the same thing. I didn't feel no different way about neither one. But like I said, it was it's just good. I'm happy that nobody threw any punches, so that at the end of the day, you know, nobody has to go to jail or anything.
No doubt. Now I'm with you on that. You know what I mean? I don't want to see nobody go to jail. And then at the same time, I feel like this shit should be over with, man. Y'all niggas need to knuckle up, whether it's for some money or go in the public bathroom of the airport and somebody lock the door, no cameras, and y'all squash this shit, man. Niggas is too old to be moving how they moving. I'm be honest with you, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever gonna be over, and like I said, you know, it just is what it is. You know, this stuff is for it's corny. But one thing I did want to say, because I hear this a lot. They say that 50 clown this guy's style and then took it. I gotta say something to that part though. I don't agree with that. Ja Rule's style has nothing to do with 50 style. It's two different styles. They don't have a similar style at all. And I think the thing that always hurt Ja Rule, I like, not to say Ja Rule didn't have bangers. I just never liked Ja Rule's music like that. It never was my style of music. But he had bangers. There's no question about it.
Correct.
But what I thought always hurt Ja was that 50 was calling him a fake gangster. And like, he was so worried about playing into the fact that he was a gangster or that he did come from that background when it was clear he didn't. I think those were the things that really hurt Ja Rule. Overall, I don't think it was about the singing or so much about how his style was.
Well, no. Let me interject. I agree with you to a point where 50 made that was his claim to fame. Like, yo, this nigga singing on records. You know what I mean? Remember, that's where he went at.
Yeah.
So we got to call a spade a spade.
But
you know what I mean?
It was the singing on records, but it was also the murder. It's murder, and it was the image of trying to portray like they was the new Death Row. If you really think about it.
Yeah, but think about it. No, look, remember Irv Gotti said, and Chris Gotti, he does these interviews to this day. Irv Gotti came up with the murders watching a Murder Inc. documentary. Because Murder Inc., that's from the mob shit and all that. He watched the Murder Inc. documentary because they was looking for a name for the label. And he was like, yo, I got it, Murder Inc. Remember, the mob was putting out hits on people. So the Irv shit was, we the mob, and we putting out hits. You understand? That's why they named it Murder Inc. So that's what, and they just.
I know why they named it that way. I'm talking about his image. The image that they was trying to portray, right? While making the music they was making, the image they was trying to portray was that we from the street, we gangsters. And what I'm trying to say is that 50 attacked that. Y'all niggas ain't gangsters. Y'all not from this. Y'all not from this like that. Y'all not.
I'm gonna say this,
you know
though,
what I mean?
just on some real shit, because I know all parties.
Yeah.
Ja Rule, to me, his image was never that, because he always rapped with his shirt off, like from the rip. I think he was, trying to build a female fan base. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Oh,
like the
yeah,
niggas
no
that was
doubt.
around him, like, now, I'm gonna be honest, and this is the shit that niggas don't keep it real with. It's niggas that was part of that Murda Inc. putting in work on some street shit.
Oh,
And
that's
this
a
the shit,
fact.
and this the shit that niggas be trying to, rewrite history with. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, it's a lot of shit happened. Let's just say that. And niggas know that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit happened. Niggas don't, like, you know what I mean? Niggas took some L's. And I'm not saying it was Ja Rule directly. It's just niggas that was involved with the entourage of Murda Inc. You feel me?
Well, we already know that we know what we know, because once again, I always say this: police reports come from other sides, right? Like, let's keep it real. The engineer is why we know about the hit factory. Let's keep it real. Without the engineer, we won't know about the hit factory like that.
Correct.
Right? So, and of course, 50 got popped by dudes that was running with that camp, right?
But that's the
we
point
already
I'm
know-
making. That's the point I'm making. See, you see how you said 50 got popped? See, like, if a nigga got touched by a nigga from that camp, right? You gotta kind of take accountability. Oh, nah, niggas put in work on me. Niggas caught me slipping or whatever it is. But 50, he was able to this day, manipulate the people. Whereas even if he get touched, or if he take a L, it's still a win for him in his fans' eyes. Like, even with the Tony Yayo.
Wait.
With the Tony
you think
Yayo.
Yeah. Okay.
With the Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda shit, right? When that shit came out,
yeah,
I seen niggas, glazing or whatever, right? I'm looking at the footage. I'm like, damn, that's some shit I would have never put out, for me. I would have never filmed that and put that out, because that shit don't even look like it's a win. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because the nigga was standing on business. Now, I could see if y'all niggas was, turned up, somebody else put the phone on or whatever, or over it, like, if it was really like that, shit, nigga, y'all behind him. You could have gave that nigga a gill or something. Remember the gills from back in the days? You slap a nigga in the back of the neck.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You could have, and that's my thing, nigga. A pillow ain't about shit, but Ja did throw a pillow at the nigga Yayo or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, I just call things for what it is. Like I said, I know all parties, but if I was talking to Yayo,
I'm gonna call it down the middle too. Yeah. I'm just saying, I never thought that at least not from my eyes, I never did it, and I didn't really get the sense that people are trying to say that that 50 did not take L's from that camp. He was obviously taking L's. They was blackballing him. This is said all the time. They blackballed him. He got hit. You know what I'm saying? They jumped him. This is the things we know about.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Now, this is why I tried to say this. What was 50's real issue there? He was saying, y'all dudes is fool. Y'all not really about none of this.
Correct.
Y'all fool. You understand? So that's what I'm trying to say. It wasn't about it wasn't about the singing, like, per se. It was about the image. Y'all dudes is not what y'all claim to be. Okay? And y'all dudes is fool. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole reason he got hit, if we really want to get to it. He got hit because he was damaging the brand. They brand over there.
But see, this is the thing. Like, I take it to the nitty-gritty. You're right. Do you know a lot of this shit came from because 50 wanted to be down? Right? He said Ja rubbed him the wrong way at a video shoot. He said what up to Ja. Ja kind of curved him, right? That, to me, that's emotional. You don't really get no points on that, because when a nigga at a video shoot, a nigga in his mode, he you know what I mean? He trying to get in his zone. So he may say what's up to niggas on some quick dap shit, but he really trying to lock into his performance for the video. But you will have a
All right,
nigga.
but you
know.
you claiming one side, but we all know the other side too.
Mm-hmm.
50 dapping up Big Nose Troy. No.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it real here. He dapping up Big Nose Troy,
mm-hmm.
and then Son get emotional.
What?
Oh, he dapping up who jukes me.
Yeah, but this is all after the video.
Nah, that was.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that they have different sides of that story.
Yeah. Nah, but it, like what I'm saying is all good. Like I could care less because this is my thing. I'm just saying it from this perspective. I ain't gotta choose a side. I fuck with both of them.
No, I
I
don't think
love
you
the
have to
music
choose.
on both sides. Ja's an incredible artist, 50's an incredible artist, Yayo's the homie. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, I ain't gotta choose a side. And that's what 50 made niggas do too. What a lot of niggas don't know. First of all,
back in the day, I think for the music side of things, people was choosing sides because first of all, I was rocking with 50 since, you know, I heard Power of a Dollar. So I was already rocking with 50. I wasn't a big fan of Ja Rule like that. You know what I mean? DMX was sonning Ja Rule if we want to just get to it. You know what I mean? And this was happening around that same time too.
This
DMX
is the fact.
was sonning him. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So I was not really a fan of Ja like that. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of people felt that way. And then when Son talking about y'all want to see Tupac, well now he's back. I mean, he was definitely out. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of things to hurt himself, and that's all I'm saying. Like,
of course he did. But also it didn't help. Like we got to call it for. When Ja went into his own lane, when he was just catering to the females. If y'all niggas mad at me from doing this gangster shit, all right, whatever. I'ma fuck with these chicks. Then started doing all these numbers. The niggas really started hating. So it's like he couldn't win. You feel what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. He couldn't win. I'm a fall back. Y'all got that. I'm gonna fuck with these chicks. So what's the excuse then?
But he did fall back. He tried to. Remember remember what 50 said? He said, "Yo, I wasn't even gonna say nothing to this dude because I didn't want Eminem and them to feel like they brought a problem. I was gonna leave it alone." And then Son jumped out the window, right, and said the thing about Haley. Oh, you know, what Haley gonna be when she grow up, right? He jumped out the window.
He did.
When he jumped out the window, they fired off on him. It was over for him. And then he likes to say, "Oh, I couldn't say nothing because we was under pressure from the feds." 50 was getting blackballed. Y'all was blackballing him.
They definitely
He came back to the street. What happened to you? Why you couldn't get back to the street?
Listen, because
so why couldn't Ja Rule get back to the streets? What happened?
Because
he say he could release.
I'm gonna keep it real. Ja Rule, Murda Inc. They got so bougie because they were selling a lot of records, and I'm gonna keep it real. They got so bougie they forgot about the streets. So if they were smart when Ja Rule was hot at the time, and they was Black Challenge and Cadillac Tie, because Cadillac Tie had one at one time. What was that shit?
Cadillac Tie had one.
That Palm City Anthem, especially with the two-way sky pager, he had a monster. They should have put more energy in Cadillac Tie can really rap. But that's neither here nor there. It's a lot of history. We'll be here for days. Going
real quick, because just to let people know that I ain't no hater. The two songs that I did like from Ja Rule was Race Against Time. That was a banger.
Crazy.
And the joint with Memphis Bleak, Murder for Life. You remember that joint, Murder for Life, with Memphis Bleak?
Yeah.
So I'm not a hater. I just didn't like a lot of Ja Rule's music. It wasn't for my taste, especially at that time. It just wasn't for my taste.
Nah, and it's all good, brother. Like, listen, you ain't gotta like Ja Rule. And this is my thing. I just want to just keep it real. Like, because even with the 50 and Ja Rule shit, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about that all day. I'm talking about right now is this Yayo, Uncle Murda, Ja Rule situation. Whereas, like I said, I was in the motherland, and I'm seeing people in the motherland like, nah, Ja Rule was standing on business. You know what I mean? Because they put it out there to make Ja Rule look soft. So it's niggas in Africa looking at this shit with me. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, they put me on the game and say, you seen the updated video? So that's my thing. It's like people can't be fooled. You know what I'm saying? Like you can try to fool the people some of the time, but because Yayo or whoever put the video out, and it was looking their way. It looked like it was going their way. But a couple hours later,
well, it cut off though. That's why I was like,
yeah,
I didn't feel no way because the joint cut off. Like when he first sits down, they start going back and forth. Then the video cuts off. It cuts back. Ja Rule off the plane, and they like, oh, this is where he was sitting, right? So I didn't feel like they was like, oh, we beat him up. Like I didn't think that when I first seen it. I was like, oh, so they probably came and got Ja Rule off the plane, which eventually we see that must have been what happened because he started wailing. They probably, came and got him. Now they thing was saying, oh, he was nervous, so that's why he was jumping out the window because he was nervous. I don't know about all of that. All I know is that
a nigga being nervous.
I mean, look, all I know is that I'm happy that nothing happened.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, these guys still got their families to feed. I don't hate Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? They got families to feed.
But that's the point I'm making. Like, I don't hate Ja Rule because 50 got beef with him. You know what I'm saying? That's before my time.
No, that's a man. That's a grown man.
But that's the point with I was making with 50. What he was able to do, and is a crazy chess move. With his beef with Ja Rule, he made people pick a side, not only with 50 and Ja Rule, but just in general. Look what happened with him beefing with Jadakiss and Fat Joe. It's over the Ja Rule record. Because he tried to make them choose a side. When they looking at it like, hold on, Ja's still my nigga. And I got paid for this verse. Nigga, I'm not supposed to do a paid verse because you got beef with Ja, something that happened before I even knew you. You understand what I'm saying? So
yeah, but you ain't supposed to do nothing with Ja. If you messing with 50, you know you ain't supposed to do nothing with Ja, especially Ja Rule.
No, but they didn't. That. They wasn't messing with 50. They might have saw 50 in passing, but it wasn't like that. It's like, yo, they probably had more of a relationship with Ja Rule than 50 because 50 was, still underground at the time, still on the come up. You know what I'm saying? At the time, Ja was on moving. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, let's view it like this, right? Like guys like Fat Joe, they still, even though I think their relationship is a little wonky right now because he's so cool with 50. I think that relationship's a little wonky now, let's be honest. But people like that, I don't see 50 seeing it that way because he knows people have relationships beforehand.
Well, he did it though.
Like people that mess with you.
He did that though. That's the reason why he started beefing with Fat Joe and Jada. Because they did the verse on the New York joint. You know what I'm saying?
Well, of course he gonna smoke they boots because he's like, yo, y'all not gonna revive this nigga. He out of here.
Yo, but see, this is the thing.
You already know that. That's a business move.
No, but this is the thing, right? I rock with 50. But he was able to use his influence overall, the hood influence, but also that 48 laws of power bullshit over a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of people is waking up now, but throughout the 20 years that he had his reign, he was able to manipulate people with that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
I'll be honest with you. I don't think people will ever see. Look, I think there's highs and lows in everything, right? 1 minute we want to see you win, next minute we want to see you fall. That's anybody thing. Look what's happening even with Jay right now. Look, I don't want to go too crazy, but I just think that's what it is. It's like we've been able to influx that a lot. I agree with you. But I do think that, you know what I'm saying, that whole deal right there, that was a business thing. He was like, listen, y'all not going to revive, son.
And I get that. And I get that, but you got to understand, it's so crazy, right? He cool with Jada and Joe now.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's why it's so crazy.
Because he always liked Jada and them. He always liked them.
Of course. But what I'm saying is, but look, Lloyd Banks and Tony Yayo and all that, when they did the verses, they can't be next to them. So it's like a fucking catch-22. So like Son, like see that's the thing with Son, like with Fifth, he got these rules and fucking standards, but they could be bent when he want to bend them. Nobody else could bend them. But it's like, yo, how do you stay in line with that shit? Because 1 minute we beefing with these niggas, now you cool with the niggas. Which one is it? You feel me?
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
You know, I guess the way you do it is you know when you know. Until you know, you stay away, you stay clear of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? If you rocking with him anyway, if you Banks or Yayo, you stay clear until you know the coast is clear. I guess because now I be seeing Tony Yayo running around with Terror Squad crazy.
But that's the
him
point.
and Uncle Murda.
See, we can go down a whole rabbit hole with this shit, JR. You know what I mean? But look, JR, definitely tap back in. I see people saying your rec, we trying to call in. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get flat on the line real quick. And great assessment as always, my brother. I appreciate you. And
man, peace to the Rec Mall, peace SJ, peace David Flat and Rec, man. It's good to hear from you. I'm happy that you're doing what you're doing, and good luck, man, with all your new endeavors, brother.
Thank you, good brother. Likewise, great hearing from you, JR, and all that. But like I said, you're more than welcome to call back. I'm gonna get flat on this topic real quick. JR, my brother,
yes,
salute,
sir.
okay? Let's get it flat. My bad, flat. I know you've been behind the scenes.
Nah, we good, bro. I want to say this. Shout out to the Rec Mob. Shout out to Janie B and shout out to JR from the Lower, cause that right there, that's how you have a meeting of the minds. You know what I'm saying? That's how you that's called good dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Great dialogue, what y'all did.
Thank
Because
you,
y'all
bro.
didn't agree on everything. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro.
So that's how we supposed to have a meeting of the minds when we don't agree on everything. We really hash it out by not saying this is what we do. This is what we here for. Everybody have their opinion. I want to hear yours. I want to give you mine, and let's build on that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what y'all did, bro. That was a classic example. So salute to you and JR from the Lower. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro. Salute. I was in a moment, so I couldn't even view it as such. But if you said it came off like that, salute.
That was fire.
You know what I mean? Salute. But
yeah,
from the calls that came in, we had a few people who called JR, Janie B, the homie J Hood from Myrtle Beach. He tapped in. What's your thoughts on their commentary?
I mean, I gotta give fight back to what JR from the Low was saying. Now I'm saying my son JR, cause I feel what he was saying, but it's a few things. First of all, Ja Rule music wasn't let's start here, right? Ja Rule music wasn't necessarily everybody's cup of tea.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
However, we can't deny his impact.
Correct.
Because even with what Jenny B was saying when you was at the Ja Rule concert and all that, right? You gotta remember, Ja Rule could still sell out stadiums because his music had a crazy impact at the time.
Yes.
Facts, bro. We can't rewrite history, bro.
But that's the point I was making.
Right.
Just kind of like telling JR,
yeah,
if you go off 50, he'd make it seem like Ja Rule can't sell a ticket.
Facts.
Remember he showed, the show was empty.
Yep.
And I'd be like, yo, this is the thing for me. When I go to these shows or I get around certain niggas, I'm gonna test all theories. Because I'm not on nobody's side. So if the show was empty, I would have showed, yo, Ja my nigga, but this shit empty, my nigga.
Facts.
You feel me? That's just me being official. Like I don't know no other way. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, I fuck with 50, but a spade is a spade. We only dealing with facts. We not going, you know what I mean? So if I'm going off what 50 saying, right? Saying that the shit is empty, his Ja Rule shit should be empty. And I go to this New York City 2025, a couple of months ago.
Right.
And the shit is packed. I'm talking about it's not even a seat in a motherfucker. And it's nothing but chicks though. See, that's the difference too. It ain't packed with niggas.
That's a fact.
It's packed with females and it's females from all races.
Right.
Hold on, y'all. Run the lights up. And I got that footage too. I just never put it up. I put the live up real quick, but the Wi-Fi was a little shabby. So I took it down. But what I'm saying is, I'm not one of those niggas you could tell me anything. You dig what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all, it's a chick, she went at 50, right? because he dissed Little Kim recently. I think Little Kim was on stage and her knees almost gave out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Her knees damn near buckled on her. You know what I'm saying? She almost had that Rick Ross moment when he jumped in the pool and his knees buckled. You feel me?
Right. Right.
But her shit wasn't that critical.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And I think he said, I forgot, something about her age.
Yeah.
And the chick said the shit was like immature and it wasn't even funny, but a lot of y'all be in the comments, I guess, glazing,
right,
for clout.
Right.
I guess they want 50 to like they comment or respond to their comment or whatever they trying to. And I'm looking at it like, see, a lot of people are not caught up in anything a nigga do is funny or like, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of shit a nigga do, sometimes I don't even respond on because I just be like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna let niggas have that. If niggas want to take that and run with it for content and all that, listen, I don't really think it's that deep, but it is what it is. But I see niggas be in the comments, anything a nigga posts, I see niggas just always laughing and agreeing with shit, even if they feel or know the shit ain't right and exact.
Right.
And to me, that's not G'd up.
That's
That's not G'd up. And I'm gonna land my plane.
No, I'm with you on that, bro. The Glaze Factory, the Glaze Factory is 24 hours when it come to 50. You know what I'm saying? And I rock with 50, bro. Always did, son. As we said in past content. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas rock with 50, son, but
that's a fact.
At the end of the day, his tactics is like you said, he used that 48 loads of power like he did. He did pretty much pull a Jedi mind trick and force everybody to turn against Ja Rule. When in reality, even when you look at, and I'm gonna tell you how ill it is, because people don't even realize the impact Ja Rule had because of how 50 Cent hit him with the 48 loads of power. But Ja Rule impact was so crazy that son really started a whole saying with, now they say clap back.
Facts.
Know what I'm saying?
What?
Son, that come off of his song.
Whoa, hold on. You cook right there. Hold on. We got a caller. Hold on. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere, Fly. Hold on. You cracking cold. See, this is why we got the live show. This is MREC TV. Let the sparks fly with my brother David Flash Sparks. Hold on, caller. Let me get you tapped in because we over here kicking that real. You know what I'm saying? And some niggas may be offended because they glazers. Some niggas going. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. You can say that. Let them know. Say that again. What you just said?
They glazing. They glazing. Chrome Beats, Hartford, Connecticut.
We got Hartford, Connecticut. And Hartford, Connecticut, know. Salute the Chrome Beats, my brother. Hartford, Connecticut, only rock.
I got them beats for you too.
Oh yeah, I need those too. I need those. Chrome Beats, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey yo, another topic we gotta talk about the AI beats, man. The producers with the AI beats compared to the regular producers. You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about that in the future.
Oh, no doubt. We gotta talk about all that. We can get into all that, Chrome Beats. We can talk about the AI beats.
Lock my number in, bro.
Hold on. I got you. Let me lock you in, and I can definitely get you.
No Diddy.
Hold on. What was the No Diddy shit? I said
lock me in.
I said I'm gonna lock you in. That's it.
Right.
That's some new Diddy. That's some No Diddy shit. I'm lost now. Hold on.
You gotta pause for everything. Now.
Oh shit! Damn. I didn't know. Lock me in with some spooky shit.
I don't know. Everything be spooky nowadays.
Oh shit! Damn. I'm gonna have to switch up the lingo now. What the fuck? But yeah, Chrome Beats. What's your assessment on this? The situation with Ja Rule, Yayo, and
real talk. I'm not about to sit on a flight for 5 hours with the ops sitting directly behind me, bro.
Yeah.
Real talk. Like let's keep it a buck. Like if the ops sitting directly behind me, bro, and I gotta sit on the flight, bro, come on now. Come on now. I'm about to reassign my seat. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even have got off the flight, but I would have sat somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk, bro. I'm not about to. Come on now. What would you do in that situation, right?
Nah, man, I ain't gonna be on that flight, man. We're gonna have to get it shaken in that public bathroom, like my brother Flat said, man. Because
Pause.
Yeah, pause. I mean, look, I tell people I'm not really good with beef. So if it's a problem, we gotta handle it on site. I'm not trying to let the shit linger. I don't want to see you and I gotta, be on point because you may have 10 niggas. I'm by myself. Nah, let's get it shaken, get this shit over with, and we can keep it moving.
But do you feel like Ja held it down, 10 toes down?
I'm gonna be honest. From what I saw, yes. From what I saw, yes.
I feel the same way, brother.
Yes, I gotta keep it
You know
real.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I'm not about to let the ops sit behind me.
Yeah.
On a 5-hour flight, bro.
Yeah.
We not doing that, bro.
Nah, y'all niggas behind me playing. Y'all got your phones out. Y'all running to the internet. See, that's another thing too. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, niggas, Yayo, my nigga.
The internet is undefeated, bro.
But see that shit. Let me ask you this though, as somebody else who's seen it from a different view of the game. Did that shit backfire on them? I'm asking the people because did that
I feel like it did.
Oh damn.
I feel like it did. Shots fired with a sound effects.
Hold on.
Shots fired.
Let me see if I could. I got him here, man. I think I got him, man. Hopefully.
Shots fired, man. Like you can't do that, bro.
Yeah. Hold on. I don't know if it came
through.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Hopefully it came through because sometimes it get muffled. Yeah. I gotta re-download my sound effects or something.
I heard it.
Okay.
We heard it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, Chrome Beats, this is what we're gonna do. I'm loving your assessment, man. And you keeping it official as you always do. We're gonna make you
Hartford, Connecticut.
Salute the Hartford, Connecticut. And we're gonna get
when you coming back out this way, bro.
Soon, man. We're gonna shout to my brother DB Racks. We putting something together now. So MREC could come out there, maybe host an event and all that. You digging what I'm saying? So you'll know about that real soon, man. I'm gonna give the announcement on that real soon.
Yo, and the future projects, bro. I got the music for the background, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it.
So just let me know. You lock my number in.
I got you.
And let's get it.
Say
let's get this bag.
Salute, my brother.
Salute.
All right. So look, this is what I'm gonna do. I gotta get back to Flat because Flat dropped a napalm bomb. Yo, Flat, you there? Yo, Flat.
Yes, sir.
All right, yo, we got to go back to the whole clapback analogy you made. That shit was so masterful. I think this is the livest show. Run the lights up. We live on MREC TV. Let the sparks fly with my brother David Flat Spark and myself, MREC, back from the motherland. Flat, let's go back to that whole clapback analogy. Please, could you take it back to what you said?
Yes, sir. So, we all know the impact Ja Rule had with his music as far as before prior to the 50 Cent beef being out there, because 50 Cent did put a halt to his career musically and popularity wise, okay. But his impact was so crucial that even after they had their beef, because and I had to analyze this, bro. Know what I'm saying? That's a generational term, clapback. That's something that is used to this day.
With all the blogs and even
the blogs, come on,
even
son.
the YouTubers, you know what I mean? Anytime when somebody responds to whoever they beefing with, it says such and such claps back at whoever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So it's kind of like ether. Yo, he ethered him. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It got that kind of impact. And people don't realize where that really came from.
And I'm gonna be honest, real quick, not to cut your wisdom.
No, we good.
First and foremost, niggas try to front, but the song was always a banger from when it came out. And like
That's
you
a
said,
fact.
the impact of it was so big that the word clap back came from that actual record
Right.
that people use to this day for everything when somebody responds.
That's a fact, bro.
So continue on, bro.
It's this, like I said, it's the same thing with the ether. The impact of the record was so devastating that now whenever you diss somebody like ether him. Know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Whenever somebody shoot back at somebody, it's clap back. Know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And my point is that gets swept under the rug because all of that it speaks volumes of Ja Rule's impact to the game of hip hop and to the culture, period. Know what I'm saying? Of course, 50 Cent, his impact is what it is. Know what I'm saying? Nobody made an impact like 50 when he first hit. Know what I'm saying? But we talking about things that ran generations. That
Facts.
term is still alive and well to this day. So I just don't like when people try to sweep Ja Rule,
Legacy
his
and
legacy under
impact.
the rug. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't allow that. Know what I'm saying? He's a part of the culture. He's a part of hip hop culture. And
All right, let's do this.
mm-hmm,
Let me tell you how much Ja Rule's a part of hip hop culture, right?
mm,
And even though Fat Joe is not black, I'm
mm,
gonna say this: Fat Joe is hip hop.
facts,
Been hip hop.
facts,
Before Fat Joe had a record, he was in everybody video.
facts.
First of all, he was down with digging in the
Digging in the
crates.
crease, right,
Okay, if you know, you know, right?
right,
He did Flojo and,
facts.
and, and multiple hip hop classic records, put on a lot of people. You know what I mean? I don't
Mm-hmm,
agree with everything Joe does. Me and Joe had our little back and forth,
mm,
on IG and DM. See, that's another thing. I never put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever,
mm,
whatever.
right,
Me and Joe had our little, you know, back and forth, and it stayed in the DMs. You know what I mean?
right.
Like it be a lot of shit that go on with me and your favorite rappers or celebrities that I never really make public, but when this doc come out, I guess I gotta put it out there. I never did shit for clout. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, Fat Joe, and I was forgot why I was making the point. What did you say? Right before
Nah, you was basically saying Fat Joe impact on hip hop. He is hip hop even though he's not black, but you was talking about
oh
Ja Rule impact. Mm-hmm.
yeah, Ja Rule impact. Even though Fat Joe is totally hip hop, you can't deny that. Ja Rule smoked Fat Joe in the verses. You there, bro?
That's a fact.
Ja Rule smoked Fat Joe in the verses.
Right.
And Fat Joe got hit records and he's hip
Mm-hmm.
hop.
Facts.
So let you know how big Ja Rule impact was.
Right.
Like it's to the point that Ja Rule won by a landslide.
Mm.
He won
And
by a
Rec,
landslide. Yeah.
not to cut your wisdom real quick, but look, he was smoked probably 85 to 90% of the rap game if we really want to get into that. Song
Come
for
on.
song, hit for
Come on.
hit, wise son.
Come
Come
on,
on,
man.
son.
Come on. And see, this is another thing that people don't keep it real with. A lot of your favorite rappers, including 50, and I love 50, even some Biggie records, a lot of those records didn't really age well.
Mm.
When Ja Rule records come on and doing that verses, the shits
Facts.
felt like them shits was recorded yesterday.
Facts. Timeless.
Timeless music. See, that's the
Mm-hmm.
thing that people gotta understand. But see, they not gonna agree with it, but they know it's the truth. But they be glazing so hard, they not gonna agree with it. See, that's the difference with, like, even with a lot of Jay-Z records, a lot of those records didn't age well.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? When you think about Jay-Z biggest records and all that, a lot of them didn't really age well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Now you got some people just make timeless music.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say this. Ja, he went outside of the box when he made those records for the females and still was able to make timeless records.
Right.
That's saying a lot. And still made a hit. It was still hip hop, but it was still like, think about it, right? When LL did I Need Love,
Mm-hmm.
you mean to tell me that wasn't hip hop?
That was hip hop.
Okay, then. See, that's the thing. Niggas try to move the goalpost
Mm.
because Ja Rule, I think about it, LL. Anytime when you think of an image of LL, most of the time he got a shirt off, right or wrong?
Right. Right.
All right, then. LL was the first rapper commercially that made a hit love song, right?
That's a fact.
Okay, what we talking about?
Mm.
So why niggas move the goalpost when it come to Ja Rule?
Mm.
And then look, who was 50 recently beefing with a week ago, 2 weeks ago? LL.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, like
Mm-hmm.
we can get deep with this. We can start cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, LL 50, noted this. LL was one of his biggest influences.
Right.
So, and then it's like the shit that he went at L for because L did a Shannon Sharp interview, and me and JR had this conversation. L was just basically saying like, yo, 50 wrote the hook on the Anne Marie record.
Right.
And then I think the way L had kind of like mocked how the hook was being said, sang or whatever. I don't know. Niggas was saying that 50 maybe had took that up, felt the way about that.
Mm.
But I felt like 50 was looking for some type of angle to go at LL.
Right.
But look, I looked at the comments, right? When 50 put the post up on LL and he probably deleted them, the shit was not in his favor.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And niggas is like, yo, how you going to diss LL? LL don't bother nobody.
Right.
So, like, this is the shit that I'm saying, though. Like, but you ain't going to see The Breakfast Club. You ain't going to see Drink Champs. You ain't going to see none of these platforms have this conversation that we having.
Right.
And we having a real conversation, whereas I like Ja Rule, I like LL, I like 50 Cent, but right is right, wrong is wrong. And I'm going to land my plane.
Nah, that's real, bro. And we all know why they not gonna touch on them type of subjects. You know what I'm saying? Because they play, they want to play, they want to be in good graces with certain artists and certain figures. Now I'm saying they want to take the popularity vote. Now I'm saying, and that's a whole nother rabbit hole, because if we touch that subject, we know when it come to mainstream media and radio stations and all of that, they the super glazers. We know
Come
that.
on, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's a fact.
That's a fact.
They the original glazers. You know what I'm saying? Word. They the original. They the origins of
the
glazing.
origin
You know what I'm saying?
of glazing.
Facts.
You
know
feel
what I'm saying?
me?
So we know how that
they
go,
came up
bro.
with the ingredients for the glazing. You feel me?
Right.
Whatever those fucking ingredients is.
Yeah, they concocted the ingredients for glazing. You know what I'm saying? So we know how that go. But in reality, I would even go as far as to say, not only did LL influence 50, I feel like Ja Rule influenced them too, son.
Come on now.
If we gonna really talk about it,
That's a
I feel
fact.
like, and that's not saying they got the same style and none of that, but you can't tell me there was no
Influence there.
come on, son, or motivation.
Inspiration. Yeah.
Inspiration. There we go.
Yeah.
That's the word right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. I see. This is the thing. I'm glad me and you building. This is why you're on the show, and I love JR. I want him to be a part of the show. He's a part of the show. Matter of fact, he's one of the official Rec Mob hosts of the show, of the live show. Now 50 said this, and we could look this up, and I think he said it either in the magazine or maybe a video interview. It may have been like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. He said he wanted to sign Ja Rule.
Yeah, I ain't never hear that. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's
See,
tough.
this is the shit. Like I said, listen, man, we gonna cook. Listen, man,
Right.
I've been doing this media shit a long time. So what you got to say about that? Because I
Wow.
forgot who he did an interview with, and they asked him, you know, would you ever do music with Ja or whatever? And or what you think about him as an artist? And he said, yo, I would sign him. Word. And this is the shit that I'm saying. See, there's a lot of shit coming out now because niggas is starting to really wake out the trance. Because 50 Cent put niggas in the trance. You know that vampire trance? You know, back in the days when a vampire put a bitch in a trench? Like, you feel me? Like, the bitch know the nigga gonna suck the veins out of her neck, right?
Right.
But
She
the bitch she caught up. She's in this love trance, walking to the nigga. That's what 50 did to a lot of you niggas. A lot of you niggas is in that fucking trance. Like, you know what I mean? Got that vampire trance on y'all, and y'all can't help yourselves. That glaze trance. He got that glaze trance. He got that glaze trance on y'all. And I'm gonna say this, man. Y'all can't even help yourself. I'm just glad that I was never caught up in the glaze trance.
Facts,
you know? I'm gonna have to run with that. Facts. A lot of y'all niggas is caught with that glaze trance.
Right. Yo, right? Now you cooking those, son.
So look. Now, he said he wanted to sign Ja. I gotta find this interview. But the thing with 50 Cent fans and I guess G Unit fans or whatever you want to call them, stands or whatever, they have moved the goalposts.
Yeah.
I seen them niggas move the goalposts, and I'm like, damn, it's hard to even like have these conversations because, you know, we just gotta be real. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing with me with Fifth. If I was to interview him, I think we have a dope interview because real recognize real, and he knows. He'll be like, yo, you asking me the realest shit. My nigga, I can't even be mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna, you know, get in the interview and then antagonize him. You feel me?
Right.
So hold on one second, Flat. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. 1 second. Peace.
Peace and Rex. It's me calling back, Janie B.
Janie B, what's happening?
I wanted to call back to be perfectly clear. We call it down the line over here.
Yeah.
I love Ja Rule music. And we was riding with 50 because of Eminem. But when he said something about Eminem's daughter, that's our niece. Yeah. We went right at that nigga.
Yeah.
But if we talking about music, we not going to rewrite history.
Correct.
So, you know, we versatile over here. You just can't rewrite somebody's history, and you can't tell no another grown man who he can and cannot be friends with or cool with or make music with. That's crazy. That's kid stuff.
Yo, I'm telling you, that's why I be trying to tell people, like, you listen, I'm a grown-ass man. I was born in East New York, Brooklyn. And when I was a kid, I remember it was kids that was on that type of time. Yo, you flat left me for let's just say for Daniel. You know what I mean? That was, now if you didn't know what flat left mean, it means, oh, you went to hang out with Daniel when I was upstairs. Yo, yeah, it's crazy. Like, that's that that single child syndrome type shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids.
That is.
Yeah. And 50, I think he suffered from that. Right? He don't got no brothers or sisters, right?
I don't think so. I think he grew up in the house with his cousins and them, but you know, his mom only had one kid, as far as I know.
Correct.
And I grew up. It's a whole bunch of us. So if you wasn't loud enough, you didn't get heard. But you couldn't tell nobody who they could be friends with. That's just like with Flat saying that about the word
clapback.
The clapback. Like they took the whole Detroit style and Now everybody was using they went ham on you. That came from my neighborhood. A nigga named Ham spazzing out.
Wow. See, I didn't know that. Wow.
They first was saying he went hamburger on you, and then they cut it down to ham. You know how ghetto people do. But that was my friend Ham off of Staten Street. Like that went all over the world. Now everybody say they going ham.
Yeah, I remember that.
You can't rewrite history. When something is out there, it's out there. You can't take it back. And we don't win against Detroit as a whole. Don't win against a lot of people because of 50. I'm just gonna be honest, because of Eminem.
Correct.
We was gonna keep Eminem safe, and if he said 50 was his people, then even those that didn't like 50, and I liked 50 back then, but even those that didn't like 50, because I rep Detroit, so I speak for a lot of people. It was people in the camp that didn't like 50, but because we love Eminem and he rep Detroit, we gonna get down with that, whatever it costs.
Correct. Got you.
But 50, he goes against the grain every time. The thing that he put out there about loyalty and going against the grain, why would he go against Detroit?
Hey, I'm gonna say this.
Who held him down like us?
Facts. I'm gonna say this. Why would he go against Detroit? Also, but why would he go against? All right, you gonna go against Detroit, right, with Big Meech, but then you side with his brother when his brother was the first person to stand next to Rick Ross. Remember, we spoke about this, right?
We did, and let's take it here, Brett, not to cut your wisdom. When all of that stuff happened in California, we sent the kite to Big Meech. So even though he was taking, making sure Eminem was straight, 50 Cent was the cause of this mess. So now you went against the nigga that saved your behind?
Wow.
Let's just keep it 1,000.
Wow.
Now who is the unloyal person here?
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't even know that. See, Janie B always dropping the gems. You heard? Janie B.
They dropped that right in the Welcome to Detroit rap. It's a part in there. If you're not really paying it no attention, you don't hear it.
All right, I definitely gotta do my homework.
Trick and Eminem.
I'm definitely do my homework. Once again, Janie B, appreciate you from the D.
Appreciate
always tapping
you too.
in with the gems. Salute.
All right.
Yo, Flat, you there?
Yes, sir. Janie B dropping the gems. Yes, sir. I'm here.
You're ready. So, Flat, what I'm gonna do, because I wanna for the people just now coming back in the room, run the lights up, y'all. Salute, run the lights up. Yeah, we here, we live on YouTube, we live on Facebook, Twitch. I'm back from the motherland. I'm gonna give y'all the whole rundown with that. I got footage, I got pictures, you know, exotic animals, everything, man. You know, eating good, man. Listen, man, I'm good on the US. I'm good on the US. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a clip from the Let's Rap About It podcast and bring everybody up to speed, and we're gonna give our assessment on it. We've been rocking almost 2 hours, but I may stay rocking another hour or so. Just so the people know that I'm back. Run the lights up. We here. Flat, you good with that?
I'm with whatever you with, bro.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna pull up the clip again, and then I'll probably let it play a little longer, and then we're gonna give assessment on it, and go from there. Let's get it. This content's courtesy of the Let's Rap About It podcast with Jim Jones, Maino, Fabolous, and Dave East. Let's get it.
Who do you call if you on a plane?
Depends on.
And you run into niggas and it turns into a pillow fight. Who do you call in?
That's a good question.
Who do you call if you run into some of your opposition?
Your ops?
On a plane. How do you handle it?
Can't call nobody on the plane.
until something happens.
No, but the plane didn't take off. Or like, how do you handle it?
Oh, it's
What do
not
you
in the
do?
air?
It's not in the air.
The charges could be a little less if it's not in the air.
Charges could be a little less
if it's not in the air.
Oh, so you taking a charge?
I'm just weighing different situations and things like that. You know what I mean?
Like
nah, that's a federal charge.
That's a federal charge
on that plane.
Sure.
If it's in the air or if you on the ground.
I don't know.
No, not necessarily.
He didn't have a fight at the.
But you wasn't on the plane.
He wasn't on the plane. It was airport, though, right?
Airport.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing?
It may not be. They might have
airport.
It might be something different.
It
Right?
might be something different. Once you get on
I
that
don't know.
plane,
I really don't know. I looked it up. It says that fighting on a plane is a federal charge, but is that fighting on a plane when it's in the air?
But let's check it out.
I've been banned from that
Google
same
that.
airline for not.
It's fighting on the plane and fighting in the airport. Two different things.
Right. Or does it mean, or is it different when you?
I think you
when the
can get it
plane is
on in the
air?
airport and you good.
I mean, I've been kicked off of flights, but I wasn't fighting.
So is your ops
on the
worth
plane.
$37,000 to crash out on?
No, but what I'm trying to tell you is this: if you run into them and you feel like you just can't get through it, you just got to do something. At least wait.
So you get off the plane,
deboard the plane,
and then it could be a state thing.
Right. Then you can get with it.
Can you have a pillow fight on the thing?
That's the thing. That's the key.
Maybe not a physical, but
you can at least have a pillow fight.
Pillow fight seems like it's legal.
Pillow an assault?
Pillow fight not legal either?
Is that an assault charge if you get hit with a pillow?
I don't think that's a real
I don't know.
assault.
Shit, if you hit a nigga with water right now,
If you throw a pillow at a random like old white lady in first class, that might be assault.
Nah, you hit anybody white, you get assault. That's a fact, Jack.
Guaranteed
What?
assault.
I don't give a
That's
fuck if
assault.
that shit was the softest pillow in America.
Hey, yo, Flat, talk to me, man.
Yeah, bro. I watching that piece of content right there, bro. It just make me wonder how Maino and Uncle Murda relationship is. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another factor.
I was thinking because Maino kind of like put out like almost like I want to say like some signals he wanted Uncle Murda to catch.
Right.
And Uncle Murda never responded, good or bad. And Maino at that point probably like, oh, word, son really ain't rocking with me. So I feel like Maino, because he kind of, he brought up the whole conversation, but then also they laughed about it. So what's your thoughts on it? You think Maino feeling like, all right, if homie over there with homie, then our relationship is pretty much over? Because he kind of said that, but I really feel like it was a wrap. Maino feeling like it's a wrap with him and Uncle Murda.
Yeah, I mean, no communication. No, it's crazy, right, bro? Because no communication, to me, in my opinion, no communication means you don't rock with me. Know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. Know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter how long we was cool, how close we was. If something pop off, like it's an issue or it's tension, and I don't hear nothing from you, yo, bro, I'm taking that as we not rocking. Cause I understand you got you on your side of the fence. You gotta secure your situation, and I'm on my side. I gotta secure my situation. But if there's no communication between us, and I don't just mean between us behind the scenes, I mean out loud to the public, so we don't even leave the people guessing. Know what I'm saying? We gotta address that to the people. Yo, that's my man. Know what I'm saying? Even though Son and Son got their joint going on, boom, boom, boom. But at the end of the day, that's still my man. I heard Maino say that, but I didn't hear Uncle Murda say that.
Correct.
Facts.
Correct. Like, yeah. I feel like what Maino said, with 50, you gotta have a certain loyalty when you over there with him. And Uncle Murda is really like standing on, whereas I gotta be loyal to 50, even if Maino is my man or we was rocking.
Right.
That relationship gonna take a backseat because this is how I'm eating. And Maino spoke on this. And then also going back to the Ja Rule situation, I feel like Uncle Murda may have been the one to kind of like put the footage out to really like kind of get brownie points with 50 Cent. Like he, like he putting in work on 50 Cent ops. Yeah, I'm part of G Unit. Ja Rule, he fooled to me because I'm the unit. It's the unit. You know what I'm saying? And he put out that footage, and you and a whole bunch of people around the world saying that shit backfired on Uncle Murda and Yayo and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's another thing, right? Salute JR from the Lord, but he was saying that the footage didn't really depict that, like make them look bad as far as Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda, and didn't kind of reverse the tide. But I gotta disagree with my son JR, because to keep it real, it did make them look bad. Know what I'm saying? Because y'all did a clout chasing move, pulled out the phone, and in the response from the first video was different from the second video, because the video when Ja Rule was sitting in the chair, it made him look like he didn't want no smoke, son. That's what it made it look like. Like he turned around, he was like, yo, oh. Now I mean, he said a little something. But then once you seen the second angle of the footage, Ja Rule was like, yo, what's up? What we doing? Now I'm saying? So it was two different. It was two different views of how it happened. The first one did make it look like Ja Rule didn't want no smoke. Know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Facts.
Correct. Nah, I mean, that's the thing, and I mentioned this earlier. 50 Cent, not only 50 Cent, but G Unit as a whole, in which was big for them, was the 48 Laws of Power. And when you think about the 48 Laws of Power, the book, it's dealing with manipulation. You feel what I'm saying? Think about it, right? It's pretty much telling you how to manipulate your enemies, your friends, as well as business partners. See, this is how deep it get. That's why I said what I said. 50 was so, like you said, he used a Jedi mind trick to the world to make them hate Ja, but not only hate Ja, but choose a side. You feel me? Like he made them make almost like Ja Rule didn't put out the hits he put out. Or he wasn't as impactful, like you said, as he was as an artist.
Yeah.
And I want to give 50 Cent credit, because Star Wars is one of my favorite movies. And if we going off Jedi mind tricks, 50 Cent might be the Jedi master.
That's a fact, son.
You feel me? He might be Yoda. He might be Yoda.
Yeah, son. I think 50 is Yoda, son.
Straight up. 50 Cent is Yoda on some real shit. Star Wars is one of my favorite movies. I know a lot of y'all probably didn't watch Star Wars because you probably, didn't look at it like it was too animated. Let's just say that. Star Wars is a deep movie. Very deep movie. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that shit will blow your mind. And the fact that we're talking about Jedi mind tricks, 48 Laws of Power, manipulation, and all that shit coincide. I see people in the chat room laughing, and they like, yo, we cooking. And I seen people even say they never even thought about it, how you broke down the analogy of Ja Rule being the origin of the clapback phrase.
Right.
Yeah, we over here cooking, man. Like, it's different over here. Salute to my brother David Flat Sparks. Run the lights up. This is Let the Sparks Fly. We letting the sparks fly. And I'm gonna say this. First of all, when it comes to everything, it's mental. Everything. I mean, you being a boxer.
Yeah.
It's more mental than physical.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Think about Andy Ruiz that beat Anthony Joshua. That was one of the biggest upsets in boxing, correct? Because you know why? Now, the people who know boxing know Andy's dangerous.
Yeah.
But overall, when you look at Andy, his body type, they was looking at him like he out of shape, chubby,
Right.
that Joshua was just gonna smoke his boots.
Right.
Andy had Joshua number that night, and
That's a
he's
fact.
nice. First of all, not only he's nice, that nigga is super fast.
That's a
His hands is
fact.
fast,
Yep.
and he got power.
Yep.
And that's the thing with manipulation. Like when you can mentally get in somebody's head, think about it. When Andy smoked Joshua,
Mm-hmm.
and the first time he knocked him down, he took away Joshua's confidence.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
Mm.
So Joshua was cooked. Oh man. Yeah, I was getting JR calling. Uh-oh.
Mm.
Hold on, let me get my man JR on the line. Hold on. You get my it's one of those ones. It's all good. It's one of those ones. Hold on. Let me get my brother JR on the line. Hold on. Let me get my brother JR on the line. Let me put this on the screen. Hold on. I gotta put this on the screen. Then I gotta. All right, so we got JR back on the line. JR, what's the word, homie?
Yo, what's good, man? Yo, see how I do it, man. You like my brother from another beat, cause yo, man, like
Oh, we
you got me
dropping it,
rolling,
right?
cause yo, you got me dying laughing, cause I'm like, yo, Star Wars is one of my favorites.
Come
But
on.
you know one thing about Star Wars, if you remember, Jedi mind tricks only work on the weak of mind. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
So
But what we talking
just to
about,
drop that
fans?
little.
No, but we talking
Yeah,
about
I know.
fans.
I listen. I'm backing you up, bro. I'm just saying. I'm
No
just
doubt.
helping you.
No doubt. But look, we talking about fans, and fans are usually sheep. I'm not talking about everybody who's a fans of sheep, but we know we just talking about
we know. You can
the
see, but they
masses.
can't call it down the middle.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I just wanted to touch on two things. One was that I agree with David Flat
mm-hmm.
that that the second footage does help Ja and but I was just saying from my perspective.
Got you.
You know what I mean? In the overall grand scheme, I agree with him. Right, the
Mm-hmm.
second footage was good for Ja, and it helped bolster a narrative that like Ja was ready to stand on business. But I was just saying from my perspective, when I seen both clips, I felt very similar to both because I said, "Ain't nobody throwing no punches here. They're not dumb," and I'm happy that they didn't because I just don't want to see nobody lose their lives. Like, I mean, these guys have to travel to make money. So I'm
Right.
like, I'm just happy that nothing like that went south. You know what I'm saying? But I agree with him that the second footage, I just was saying how it made me feel when I seen it. You know what I mean? I felt the same way for both clips. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like Ja didn't want to shake when he first sat down because he said, "Y'all police," and he was talking, spicy when he first sat down, in my opinion. So I didn't see it that way, but I get what he's trying to say. He's trying to say from the perspective, the overall perspective. So I agree with that. And the second thing is, I totally agree with y'all, both of y'all, with that Ja Rule. It wasn't my cup of tea, but the impact he made on the game and the impact he had was one of the highest because at the time you had only Mace, you had Eminem, you had Nelly, and you had DMX. Those were like, and I believe Juvenile too, if I'm not mistaken. Those were like your highest selling artists at that time, and Ja Rule was one of those guys. He was in that mix with the highest selling artists. So I agree with you like that. His impact on the game was you can't be denied. But one thing you said. You said this. You said that his music aged better than a lot of rappers. Now I didn't know if you was meaning that his music aged better than 50. Because
No. What I'm saying what I'm saying is 50 got a lot of records, right? Got a crazy catalog. Like
definitely.
Probably got one of the best catalogs in hip hop. His discography is crazy. But I said overall, from 50, Jay-Z, even Biggie, a lot of records didn't age well. You know what I'm saying? And some records is timeless, some records is not. You understand what I'm saying?
I think that goes for every artist though, because there's
not
some songs
everybody,
from Ja Rule that didn't age well.
not every artist, because even when you think about like Nas, there's only a few records from Nas that to me didn't age well. So I could say like one or two. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
we was talking about timeless music, whereas Ja Rule, when he smoked Fat Joe, and that's another thing, he smoked Fat Joe in the verses, right? And Fat Joe not only got hits, but
definitely got hits.
But Fat Joe is also hip hop. Like we can say all we want, oh Fat Joe ain't black, but that nigga's hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Fat Joe is hip hop.
So they can play with it all they want. See, over here we gonna keep it official. That's why I say you family, you Wreck Mob family. You know what I mean? We gonna build. We all gonna have our own perspectives, and which is dope. And like Flat said earlier, I don't know if you caught it. He said the dialogue me and you had, that shit was epic because we both had different perspectives. We was agreeing to disagree. You dig what I'm saying? But we didn't get into no.
Oh man, respect.
You feel me?
Respecting because when we got off the phone, I put it back to like I had missed like his really early stage of what he was saying, so I didn't probably catch that. But salute to him for that, yo. Yeah. I always think we have, and y'all too. Y'all was building as well. It was great building going on, man. Like salute. So, yeah, and like I said, I don't want to hold your line up. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good. But let me ask you this: what you thought about when I said me and Flat, 50 Cent is Yoda?
Yo. Yo, damn, dog.
That's a compliment. That's a compliment. If you watch Star Wars, Yoda was the illest Jedi master. He was the Jedi master.
That's a fact.
He was the Jedi master knight.
I don't want to get too nerdy, but in the Force, to me, I thought there was other Jedis a little slightly better than him when you're talking about sword play. But when you're talking about in the Force, Yoda is the one.
Come on. But overall, that's everything, like the sword play, you gotta think, the nigga gymnastics was crazy too. And look, his size, the nigga Yoda was 2 feet tall, smoking niggas.
Facts. Facts. That dude was doing cartwheels, all kind of backflips,
all types of shit, man. He was doing shit I can't even name.
Yo, you stupid, bro.
The nigga, was moving.
You're right.
The nigga was moving spaceships with his hands, man.
Because I'm gonna tell you like this. This is what I'm gonna say. What you're breaking down right now. I remember when he went at Jada and Fat Joe, right?
Come on.
And he went at Nas. And he went at Nas, right?
Come on now. Let's talk. Yeah. I'm gonna let you talk.
We're gonna talk about it.
Let's talk.
That was my senior year. I was just about to come out of high school. And I remember we used to have the ciphers at the end of the school in the parking lot. You had the ciphers. And you had people turning on Jada the locks?
Yep.
Are you crazy? You had people turning on Nas? I'm like, y'all gotta be crazy, son, right now. Like, and 50 is my favorite, dog. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yo, I'm not messing with Jada or I'm not messing with Nas. You gotta be crazy. You gotta be out your mind, man.
But
the Jedi
mind tricks came into the play. That's what I'm saying. The 48 Laws of Power was 50 Cent Jedi mind tricks manual that he used on the fans. Because look, niggas love Jada kissing the locks. But when 50 had it, niggas turned on the locks, niggas turned on Nas. So look, you building with us because we speaking on real shit. You talking about a situation that happened to you when you was in high school. I witnessed that same shit in high school. You feel me?
Facts.
I witnessed this shit. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. It's like I fuck with 50. But if 50 call up, the nigga 50 would be laughing right now. He'd be like, yo, y'all niggas cracked the code. I'm gonna leave y'all niggas alone. Y'all got he gonna respect it because everybody else is either glazing him or they're gonna rub on him rub him the wrong way because it's gonna come from hate. This ain't coming from no hate. It's coming from, we broke this shit down. We cracked the code. Ain't nobody use the phrases we using and all that. So when you see niggas, watch, I guarantee you're gonna see niggas, 50 Cent use a Jedi mind trick, you know what I'm saying? And with the Ja Rule situation, watch, you're gonna see niggas take from this live, niggas gonna take, shit that me and my brother Flat and yourself had spoke on using our commentary and try to flip it and bounce it and shit like that. But we definitely was cooking on this shit as always. But we definitely was cooking on a whole different. We was cooking on some Jedi shit. You feel me?
And I ain't gonna lie, I always liked Jada, but Styles was always my favorite. From I don't know if you remember this track, but who's not to be F with. So Styles has always been my favorite.
Facts. I love all of them for all different reasons, but yeah, Styles is always one of my favorites as well. And then you gotta think.
You're right.
Yeah.
If Styles go broke, I'm gonna rob the full train. You heard? Yo.
Come on, bro.
Yo.
Come on, bro.
One of the illest lines ever, bro.
Come on, bro.
Look, man.
Panero.
You're not getting me the turn. You're not getting nothing.
But that's the point that I'm making. That's why I stopped having debates. If you notice, I don't really debate with people. Even on the live, I let people have their perspective. In high school, from sports and hip hop, and even beyond high school, a little bit after, I seen niggas moving the goalposts because they was like, 50 didn't start the Jedi mind tricks. You know who started it? It started by default, even though Biggie, he was that nigga. It started with Big. Because think about it. Big, remember, niggas was like always saluting Rakim, G-Rap, Big Daddy Kane as being those niggas, being like the nicest niggas. And then they all had knowledge of self. So, them niggas was on a whole different, playing with it, right? When Biggie and Puff came in the game, remember, Biggie was smoking all the features. He was on everybody's album and everybody's single, right? So before Biggie dropped, they was calling him the greatest. Remember, that's a Jedi mind trick.
That's a fact.
Gotta think. Nobody gotta think. Rob was before him. Cool G Rap was before him. Big Daddy Kane was before him, but they never called themselves the greatest. Even though the fans would say it here and there, yo, Rod's the greatest because he brought in the lessons. But Biggie and Puff, they put that shit in people's minds. Not to say that Big wasn't the greatest or he isn't a GOAT. He's a GOAT, just like Rakim's a GOAT. Cool G Rap is a GOAT. Jay-Z's a GOAT. Nas a GOAT. 50's a GOAT. Everybody's a GOAT. LL's a GOAT. You got different GOAT.
Yeah.
But if you leave it to Biggie and Puff, they Jedi mind fuck the people to whereas people gotta pick the side and say Biggie's the greatest. Nah, that's not the case because you're gonna X out everybody else's legacy in hip hop.
Well, what I'll say is this, as great as I think Biggie is, lyrically, I think Biggie is one of the best. Lyrically.
Yes.
But Nas is the GOAT.
The GOAT lyrically. The GOAT lyrically. Facts.
Nas is the GOAT. You know
Facts,
what I'm saying? I love Rakim. Shout out to Rakim. Shout out to Big Daddy Kane.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I love all of them. Love LL. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Nas is the GOAT.
I'm gonna say Nas the Billy GOAT. That's how we do that. Yeah. We got and I said this before. Like we cooking over here. Like we cooking goat. We cooking goats over here. Literally. So Nas is the Billy GOAT. He's you know how goats they stand on mountains and hills. Nas is on a mountain by himself. The Billy GOAT. Then you got all the other goats. They on a mountain. They on the what you call that shit? Mount Rushmore. Nas got his own Mount Rushmore. He's an alien.
I gotta agree with you.
He's an alien.
Nas he just did things I ain't never seen.
Come on, bro.
He's the teacher like a Rakim. He got bangers like a Big Daddy Kane where you can go, into the club. And I think he was the one who mirrored the new style of rap. Like everybody kind of took from the new era, they all following his blueprint.
Correct.
So I I gotta put Nas as the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect to everybody else, and I love everybody else, and it's high marks to everybody. But Nas checks all of the boxes. In my opinion.
Facts. Like salute. See, now we talking. See, this is my brother JR. See, and you know what's so crazy? You saying this, and somebody left a comment just now, and I gotta say before you go, and I gotta figure this out. I'm gonna do it this week. Somebody said, MREC, when you gonna figure out a way to get you and David Flats and JR on a line together? They want us doing a show
That'd be
together.
crazy.
That's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna figure that out this
that'd be
week.
crazy.
I'm gonna get JR, my brother Flat, and myself, and we just gonna do this let the sparks fly live and this MREC live, because I told y'all JR is the official host. See, even the people see it. They know the energy is the energy. It's like we all kind of like on the same frequency. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why we build how we build and we cook how we cook. Yeah.
It's respect.
Yes.
And it's love, man, for real, man. And real quick, and I want to ask. I've been wanting to ask this. What weight class is David in?
Yo, Flat, you there? You might can hear him. I think Flat is light heavyweight.
Yeah, I'm light heavyweight, bro.
Okay, all right. I was just curious about that. You know, what weight class was he in? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's all love, man. I appreciate the kind words from the mob, and you know, it's always love with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the time you give us. You know what I mean? To talk and to build. And shout out to Miss Janie B as well, man.
No doubt. Shout out to Janie B.
Right
Oh yeah, we got to figure out. See, I'm trying to figure this out. Even when I was in South Africa, I thought about, of course, my brother Flat, you, Janie B, SJ, songs by Alicia.
The songs by Alicia.
I'm like, yo, I gotta put all these, special, like all y'all got a special talent, and I'm trying to put it all together where it makes sense. So trust me, I'm putting all this in my head. You know what I mean? I'm masterminding all this because I'm like, I need to see y'all doing content, because y'all be dropping y'all be cooking, man. Y'all be cooking. So you know what I mean? And I love it.
And, for me personally, I've always been more of a behind the scenes, watch things, listen to things kind of a person. So monetarily wise, I never thought to do anything like this. But if just to let you know, anything I do is gonna be just for the love of talking and building with like-minded brothers. I ain't looking for nothing monetarily at all. You understand?
No doubt. But listen, we're gonna break bread. We're gonna find a way to break bread, bro. Like that's what it's all about with me. But I hear you and I respect that and I appreciate that. But for me,
man,
I always try to.
I want you to win.
Thank you, bro. Likewise, I'm always trying to find a way for my brothers and sisters to eat with me. That's just me. You know what I mean? Some way, somehow. That's just, we can figure that out. That's easy. And I got it kind of, and that's what I was thinking about too. I'm like, yo, that's easy for me to put a show together, but I want to make it make sense for everybody. You know what I mean? Because I appreciate everybody's time and I appreciate what everybody bring to the table. JR, once again, man, my brother, this was epic as always. Another one, and we're gonna keep this thing going. Like I said, I haven't even been home 4 hours before I started this live, so that lets you know how bad I wanted to get back to the rec mob and talking with y'all and talking to the people. And then also, I know the algorithm going, they're going to definitely try to push me out, but I'm fighting my way back in. It is what it is, man. I went to the motherland.
It is, man. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? In your life, replenish yourself and be straight, man. Get your mind right. So, like I said, we appreciate you coming on, brother. And peace to the rec mob, and peace David Flats, and peace Miss SJ. Yo, man, y'all stay up. And Rec, man, you keep going, baby.
You already know, JR, right? My brother. Stay up, my brother. Peace. So, Flat. Hold on.
Yo.
Flat, my bad, bro.
Nah, we good, bro. Yo, Rec, y'all woke me up just now, bro, because y'all just opened up a whole shot of my brain just now, son.
Let's talk about it.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this, right? First of all, I agree with y'all. Nas is definitely the GOAT, in my opinion. I got him and Kiss as my two top dogs. You know what I'm saying? And my favorite member of the
Look,
Locks, my favorite member of the Locks was always Sheik Luch. You know what I
I
mean?
fuck with
So
Sheik too. Yeah,
that's crazy, son. Know what I mean?
yeah.
But yo, Rec, do you know when you said the Jedi mind trick that big pull, it just
Mm-hmm.
made me realize who pulled the first Jedi mind trick ever in history. You know who that is, son?
Who that?
Muhammad Ali, bro.
Oh, salute, salute. Matter of
I
fact,
just realized he was the first person ever to call himself the greatest ever.
yeah,
He
but
created the term GOAT.
it's funny you said that. I think we kind of hit on this like a couple of weeks ago. I forgot what we was talking about.
Mm,
I forgot what we was talking about, bro. But we hinted at this. But
mm.
you right and exact. Muhammad Ali. And and
Yo,
and,
Rec,
and,
if
and
you not to cut your
yeah,
wisdom, but the
yeah, I'm gonna
shit
let
is
you
so
cook.
crazy because if you date back to the beginning, whenever nobody never called that. Yeah, we
Mhm.
did talk about this before,
Yes,
bro. Yep.
yes.
Nobody never called themselves the greatest ever before
Mhm.
Muhammad Ali.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
crazy, son.
But in hip hop, nobody called themselves the greatest until Biggie
Wow.
did. And that's
Wow.
where that shit started. That's why
Wow.
niggas started calling Biggie the greatest because Puffy and Biggie had a whole marketing campaign off
Mm,
all the features Biggie did. I don't know if you remember. Remember when Biggie just was on everybody's song
I
and
remember.
before his album even dropped, and then when his album dropped, I think Biggie had the effect when his album dropped. It wasn't no internet, but I remember, you know how it usually takes time for niggas to, absorb the album and digest it before
Yeah.
they can call it classic or call
Mm-hmm.
niggas in that same week, niggas was calling Biggie album classic.
Wow.
I remember that, and that was off all the marketing of
Mm.
Biggie being the greatest. Like I said, Big is definitely one of the GOATs, one of the
Facts.
greatest.
Facts.
We're not taking it from him. But the Jedi mind trick marketing from
Mm.
Diddy and Bad Boy,
Mm.
that's why Puff is one of the greatest too, in terms of one of the greatest marketers
Facts.
in hip hop ever. And also, see, now that we talking, man,
Mm.
if it wasn't for Diddy,
Mm.
we wouldn't know Biggie the way we know him. And I've been saying the same thing with Mace, same thing with
Mm-hmm.
the Locks.
Right.
Like, you can't
Mm.
have one without the other.
Mm.
The Locks that we know them today, if it wasn't for that Bad Boy machine,
Right.
because you got to think, Mary J. Blige introduced the Locks to Diddy.
Right.
If she introduced them to Easy E,
Right.
it probably would have went a different way, where they might have put an album
Mm.
out and the shit probably wouldn't have seen a lot of it wouldn't have seen the light of day, and they might have had one and you know what I'm saying? It might have
Right.
been one and done. They might have been one and done. But everything happened for a reason.
Right.
Diddy was special. Like I'm talking like, and this is the thing. I tell people, man, I'm talking outside of all this, the allegations and all this, all that spooky shit, the Diddy freak goes. I'm not talking about none of that. What
Yeah.
I'm talking. I'm talking about one of the best marketing guys ever
That's
that
a
did it.
fact.
Okay? Nobody did it better than Diddy.
Facts.
He made
100%.
Biggie a sex symbol.
That's crazy.
Come on, man.
That's crazy.
If we gonna have this conversation, let's have it, man.
Mm.
Nigga, Biggie told you, black and ugly
As
as
ever.
ever.
Mm.
However, I stay Coogee down to the
To the
socks.
socks.
He let you
Word.
know I'm a nasty looking nigga.
Right.
But, however,
Mm.
I'm Coogee down to the socks.
Mm.
And he's talking about flying your chick out and all that, letting you know
Right.
I'm a nasty, black, ugly motherfucker.
Right.
The ugliest. He said it. I'm the ugliest.
Mm-hmm.
And when you went to Biggie shows, it was nothing but chicks. Of course, you had the homies there. This is what I'm saying. We having some real talk. Shouts to Baby Lane. He said, yo, this deep right here. Now we be cooking over here. That's
facts.
Like I said, it's different, man. These rappers getting podcasts, but niggas ain't cooking like this. Like,
that's a fact.
These niggas doing commentary, niggas ain't cooking like this.
That's a fact.
This is a different type of recipe over here. This is a different type of kitchenware over here. We got the visionware. This is, you know what I mean? Different type of silverware going on over here. Not only we cooking, we got the knobs. The knobs on display is different too. Because you gotta have, you gotta have the right knife work too.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Your cooking boards gotta be crispy too. Your cooking boards can't be having splinters in them either. Because then your meat gonna have splinters. Pause.
Right. Pause, right.
You know what I'm saying? But nigga said Biggie was dirty Mac. He was though. I ain't gonna front. Big was dirty Mackin. See, we gonna talk. Rest in peace. Now getting back to what you said though, with the Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Now, it was a Jedi mind trick, but it wasn't. It was a Jedi mind trick for the fighters, right? And just the people. But if he didn't have that belief in himself, he wouldn't have accomplished everything he accomplished because it was so deep that he beat the United States government.
That's a fact.
You understand?
Yep.
So all that played a part into who he was. If he didn't have that mind state of being the greatest, because it was beyond being a boxer. It was beyond being the greatest boxer.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm the man of the people. I'm the greatest man of the people.
Right.
Gotta think, he put his career and his life on the line. Remember, he got drafted in the army to fight.
That's a fact.
You feel me? So I'm gonna land my plane. Like, this shit get deep. Run the lights up.
Yeah, that's a fact. I want to say this too, right? When you talked about Puffy marketing ability, right? And yo, there's something that been on my mind, son. Yo, he's so ill, right? When he took the locks, if you remember, right?
Because they was the warlocks.
They was the warlocks, right? So also they tell a story about how Suge wanted to sign him first.
Yep.
Right.
Come on now.
Suge wanted to sign him first, right? And then, yo, it's so ill, right? It was another group out of Yonkers, 3-man group called Sporty Thieves. And yo, this always ran through my mind, son. They could have been cause they could it was all about who, cause they was nice too. Sporty Thieves was nice,
super
son.
nice. Super
Come
nice.
on, son. They was super nice, son. What put the locks? Cause I don't hear nobody talk about Sporty Thieves no more. And the way I look at it, if the locks didn't sign with Diddy at the time, they would have just been another Sporty Thieves, son. That's real talk. They would have just been another Sporty Thieves, 3-man group from Yonkers. Because if you remember, X was they came out. They was mainstream before X.
Come on now, facts.
So Yonkers, I mean, we had Heavy D from New Rochelle. Know what I'm saying? From where Heavy D was from?
Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon. We had Heavy D from Mount Vernon. We had Smooth CL Smooth. CL Smooth and Pete Rock. Now I'm saying they from up there, but wasn't really no rappers from Yonkers, son. X was from Yonkers, but he wasn't mainstream at the time.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So if you think about it, if it wasn't for that marketing, Diddy was so ill. Remember, he even used that. Remember, he had the mad rapper on the intro on the skit with the locks, talking about Mount Vernon. Now I mean not Mount Vernon, Yonkers. He like Yonkers. They got their own mayor out there. And I'm saying he basically was dissing them. But they used Diddy so ill. He used all that to their advantage to promote them. Now I'm saying Diddy by far, I have to say he's the best marketing man ever in music, in my opinion.
But that's the point I'm making.
Right,
I said that.
right. And that's and I stand with you on that,
Yeah.
bro. Because of course we often get blinded by the accusations and all that. But if you want to be real, you gotta give Diddy his credit for what he did, his contributions to hip hop game. As far as marketing, he made Biggie what he was. Biggie was a grimy nigga from the stars, son.
And he
Know what I'm
said that.
saying?
Facts.
Facts. Look at his old pics. He was a grimy nigga from the start. Diddy had him dress up, two-piece suit. Now I'm saying the derby on his head. Made him come out fly like shout out Jenny B on some Detroit player shit. Now I'm saying? Fly shit.
Facts.
Gators on. Now I'm saying? Like, come on, son. Diddy was a marketing genius, son. Now I'm saying? So we can't overlook that, but that's crazy how you could fool the people like that, so because you could put it out there, you the greatest, and it'll really because I remember that I was a kid, bro.
Come on,
But I
bro.
remember that promo run. Now that I'm older, I remember the songs with Super Cat. Know what I'm saying? Craig Mack, the remix of Flavor in Your Ear.
Come on,
Know what
man.
I'm saying? Come on, Biggie went on a crazy run before his shit dropped.
And it's the ill part.
Mm.
The Flavor in Your Ear remix. Biggie was on a remix. He was dissing Craig Mack on his own record.
Facts.
Okay?
On his own joint.
Now look, no niggas don't know. Craig Mack was the first one to go platinum on Bad Boy because that single went crazy. Flavor in Your Ear is the music that put Bad Boy on the map.
Set it off.
Juicy, it took longer to resonate with the people.
Right.
Flavor in Your Ear, that shit resonated right away. I remember out the gate. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Big was kind of hating on Craig Mack.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
They didn't like, Craig Mack, he had love for Big, but after he saw Big was hating on him, it's just like, all right, fuck it. Dude don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with him.
Right.
But for the most part, I don't know, because Gene Deal definitely addressed, Biggie not liking Craig Mack, but I don't know what it was, but I could say a lot of it came from Craig Mack having that, how can I say it? The nigga had a fucking nuke bomb. That Flavor in Your Ear was a nuke bomb. That shit played, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that shit played for 3 summers straight.
Facts.
That shit stopped time, boy.
Facts,
like, shouts to Easy Mo B who produced that. Shouts to Craig Mack, rest in peace Biggie. But that shit put Bad Boy, Craig Mack on the map. You gotta think, Juicy was out, so the Flavor in Your Ear remix helped not only Craig Mack, but Biggie and Juicy too. Because it was on the same label and Big was on, they had to do the remix. LL was on it, and that introduced
Buster.
But no, Buster was out, but introduced Rampage. Buster cousin. You feel me?
That's a fact.
Like, we talking this that cloth talk over here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is Let the Sparks Fly, M-Rec, David Flat, Sparks. Shout out to my brother JR, Janie B. This that cloth talk over here. Like, it's different. Like, let me say this, man. Let's go back to the Jedi mind tricks. With and even though Ali is in the boxing category, but we still talking about the actual Jedi mind tricks. See, in this game that we love, whether it's hip hop, it's game of entertainment,
right?
Sports, hip hop,
right,
and everything else, surrounding it. It's usually the first person that kind of like put stuff on Front Street that actually get the wave of it.
Right.
So think about Ali. No boxer at that time. The niggas was gifted. Niggas was great. Sonny Liston.
Right.
Larry Davis.
Right.
I mean Larry Holmes, my bad.
Larry Holmes, yeah.
I said Larry Davis.
Yeah.
The nigga
Larry
from the Bronx that smoked that. My bad. Larry Holmes. I said Larry Davis. Oh shit! Shout out to Larry. He was the greatest too. He laid
That's
a
a
lot of shit
fact.
there.
Yo, a lot of them don't even know who Larry Davis is, son.
Nigga Larry Davis was the greatest. That nigga laid shit down.
That's a
Police
fact.
police hated that nigga. That's all
Police
I'm gonna
and all
say.
that, son. Word.
If you know, you know. Listen, we talk about all greats. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That nigga was John Wick before John Wick.
That's a fact, son. That's a fact.
They had to get him. Yo, they had to get Larry Davis out of here. They killed him in jail. You know,
Yeah.
you know, you know. Look, niggas said Larry Davis laid out a few pigs.
Yeah, he was the greatest at his time too, son.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the universe. He's supposed to come up because we giving y'all people that's great in different categories. Ali was a GOAT. He was one of the greatest.
Right.
But the Jedi mind tricks, it starts with that first person that manipulate the people
right
from that perspective of being great. And I want to salute you because you know you brought in the Ali aspect of the first person being the Jedi master. The nigga was Yoda. Then Ali's Yoda then.
Right. The original Yoda. Yeah.
He's the original Yoda.
Yeah.
You know what? 50 Cent is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? We're gonna give you know what I mean? We're gonna go Jedi. Or who's Luke Skywalker then? Matter of fact, no. 50 gotta be Luke Skywalker because you know he turned evil. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. That nigga.
They say he turned evil.
Think about his emotions turned him evil. 50 is Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, son is emotional, son.
Yeah, he's emotional. Think about Luke Skywalker. Wasn't he emotional? He killed the kids and all that. 50,
That's a fact.
50 don't get along with his son. Yeah, wow. 50 Luke Skywalker. We cracked the code.
Wow.
There you go. Ali is Yoda. Biggie, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, we gonna do this Jedi shit. We gonna do it right. I know JR somewhere laughing. Run the lights up. If you know, you know. Now I gotta watch Star Wars now.
Right. Me too.
After the show, I'm watching Star Wars. Nobody don't call me or nothing, nigga. I'm watching. I'm doing a whole what you call that shit? I'm doing a whole binge watch.
Binge watch, yeah.
I'm binge watching Star Wars the next 2 weeks. You feel me? This shit's so deep. If you know, you know. Trust me. Star Wars is that work. All right, so Ali is Yoda. So I'm gonna land my plane there, man. I want you to build off that, Flat.
Yeah, bro. Like if for the people who don't understand why we calling Muhammad Ali Yoda, right? If you look into the history of sports, no other athlete at that time, we talking about in the 60s, 50s, 60s, no other athlete ever considered themselves to be the greatest ever. Nobody. Just do your history on it. They even looked down on Ali for saying that. He said it before he was even the champion. He called himself the greatest. So he spoke it into existence. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just a brash kid from Louisville, Kentucky. Know what I'm saying? When he started calling himself the greatest. So people was looking at him like, yo, who? He ain't never even did nothing. Know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like how you said with Big before he dropped his album. Know what I'm saying? The promo run with Bad Boy, they was calling him the greatest. Same thing. So now when he stepped in, it made people watch him like, yo, who is this kid calling himself the greatest of all time? He ain't even win the belt yet.
Come on,
He ain't even. Come on. Then when he beat Sonny Liston, that's when he really opened everybody's eyes. Like, yo, hold on, he might be on to something. So,
and if we going off, not to cut your wisdom, and if we going off the Ali movie, which Will Smith did an impeccable job on.
He did.
And Jamie Foxx and what's my man name? He played Shaft, the Spanish nigga that was stabbing himself in the chest.
I know. I forgot.
Jerry Wright. I think his name is Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright. They all did a phenomenal job with the acting on that.
Mm-hmm.
And if we going off that story, I believe, who was the guy who gave him a shot? Was it Sonny Liston? Remember, Ali was broke. He asked him that he.
That was Joe Frazier. James
Joe
Tony
Frazier.
was Joe Frazier. Yep.
Yeah, Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier not only gave Ali a shot because he was blackballed. Ali was blackballed.
Facts.
And Joe Frazier, I think he was undefeated. He was the undefeated champ at that time.
Yep.
Undefeated champ.
Mm-hmm.
Not only he gave him a title shot,
right,
but also he was like, yo, I know you kind of twisted. Yo, let me know if you need something. He put Ali on his feet. I don't know if Ali took it or not, but he definitely, he extended the olive branch.
He definitely took it, bro. Because for the people who don't know, real quick, when Muhammad Ali refused to fight in the Vietnam War, you know what I'm saying, because he said he refused to hurt those black people, you know what I'm saying, and he refused to fight against the Vietnam, the Viet Congs, because they never called him nigga, you know what I'm saying, which to this day resonates with the, you know what I mean, the trajectory of what's going on in the world. You know, they blackballed him. They suspended him from boxing. He couldn't box. Know what I'm saying? He lost maybe 4 or 5 of his prime years due to that. They also sentenced him to do time in jail, but he ended up not doing the time. Know what I'm saying? He came back, and that was his first fight with Joe. Not his first fight, but that was after he did a couple of fights on his comeback run. He fought Joe Frazier for the championship, but he was broke. He lost everything. He lost all his money. Know what I'm saying? And for the people who don't know, y'all could do your research on this too. If you ever heard of the restaurant Checkers, that used to be called Champs Burgers. Now I mean that was Ali restaurant. So that was one of the ways he was making income. Facts, bro. That he was acting, he was going to colleges speaking. Now I'm saying that's how he was able to make money. But the government, once the government on you, they making
shut
sure
everything down.
Come on, son. They shutting that down, son. So he came to Joe Frazier, asked for. And I don't think he asked. I think Joe Frazier just offered it to him, like you said.
Yeah.
And he took that, and I mean, they ended up fighting, and it's history from there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But even not only with the media, see Ali, the ill thing with Ali, and I'm gonna say this. Not only he was Yoda with the mind tricks, with how to get in a boxer's head. Before he got in the ring, he used the media to fuck with them mentally. The shit he was saying in the media about the boxer, and then calling himself the greatest. And then when he got in the ring, he just added on because he knew they was mad. He knew them niggas wanted to tear his head off. Pause.
Facts.
You feel me? But it's like, okay, we here now. I'm gonna let this nigga, Ali was also, he used the what's the shit called? The rope-a-dope, right? The rope-a-dope.
Yes, sir.
Whereas he would allow them to swing on him. Like sometimes he'd just sacrifice himself to get, hit with heavy shots.
Right.
Whether it's jabs or hooks or uppercuts, because he knew they was gonna get tired.
Right.
And that's where he was gonna wear their ass out in the later rounds. In the championship rounds. Where it really counted.
Right.
So this shit is deep. This whole manipulation, Jedi mind tricks, 48 laws of power. This is why you gotta be careful. I'm gonna be honest. Shouts to the homie. Get to the bag. I guess that's JR. I made a mistake. 50 Cent, I called him Luke Skywalker. I meant Anakin. Because Anakin turned to Darth Vader.
That's a
Luke
fact.
Skywalker was the son of Darth Vader. My bad. I meant Anakin. You're right. That's what I meant. Because Anakin turned evil and he went to the dark side and became
So the
Darth
Darth
Vader.
Vader. Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So part and self. Thank you for catching that. See, this is why me, you, and JR got to do a show together because we all on the same frequency. You know what I'm saying? So 50 Cent is Anakin. Because he nigga got that evil shit with him. He's an evil genius.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's
That's a fact.
He's an emotional evil genius.
Mm-hmm.
Anakin, remember, and I mentioned he killed the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I said it was Luke. It was Anakin who killed the kids. Nigga 50 don't get along with his son. Think about Darth Vader. You feel me? With Luke.
Right.
Think about how deep that is. Like this
deep,
shit
son.
really some Star Wars shit.
Facts.
Think about it. 50 Cent a star. Like we talking about Star Wars. He warring with his son. He warring with Ja Rule and all these rappers. LL. This shit's some Star Wars. And look, Nas got a record called Star Wars too.
That's a fact. Yep.
Crazy. Yep. Niggas cooked up today. Niggas cooked up a whole Caribbean meal for you niggas. A whole African dish from the motherland. You know what I mean? Niggas got the goat. Niggas got lion paws in this fucking feast right here. Niggas got tiger hips. Niggas got hippo thighs and all this shit. Niggas cooked up. Niggas went to the motherland and cooked up some shit I don't even eat or never ate. But since we cooking up so crazy, we had to throw some exotic animals in this piece. You feel me? Straight from the motherland. Other niggas ain't gonna cook like this, man. Never gonna cook like this. No way. Never. Shouts to JR. You thank you for holding me down on that. I meant Anakin. That's a fact. So this is why I gotta watch Star Wars because I got it twisted. You know what I mean? I was thinking Anakin, but I said Skywalker.
Yeah.
But Skywalker's actually the son of Anakin because Anakin turned to Darth Vader.
Right.
Like just that whole, like the transition of Anakin is crazy. You see Anakin as a kid, like he was a good kid, but he was ill. He was a wizard. Not only, you know, he became a Jedi Knight, but he was a wizard with technology. You know, he built CP3PO and R2D2. He built them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're still there. Flat, you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here, bro. Yep, you're right, bro.
Yeah, he built those robots.
I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that shit again, son.
That shit crazy.
I ain't watched that shit so long, son.
Yo, look, even the rec mob, they like shit. These other niggas ain't gonna build like this and give up and cook up this dialogue. He said LL was raised off. Y'all was raised off LL. What shit bars? What you talking about? Y'all was raised off LL shit bars. I don't know.
He can't be saying LL bars is shit. I
don't know.
He one of the greatest ever, son. He can't be
LL is a
that.
GOAT. Nah, you can't say that. Like, I'm gonna be honest. LL is a GOAT. Like, first and foremost, right? This what makes LL the GOAT. One of the greatest voices in hip hop ever.
Facts.
The nigga, not only his rapping voice, talking voice is fucking like, yo, that shit's automatic.
That's a fact. When you hear it, you know who it is.
Blazing. That's what he was saying too when responding in that Shannon Sharp interview with 50 saying he wrote though, because you know 50 he made it seem like he wrote the whole record. LL clarified and said, nah, he just wrote the hook. And when LL kind of like went into, you know, the opening bars, and he let you know, his voice triggered the whole shit. Like he ain't rap that. He's like, nah, he ain't rap that. He ain't write. He ain't write that. Right. So my thing is this, and I'll be trying to tell niggas, and that's why it goes back to the whole Kendrick Lamar shit when I did the J. Cole live, and I was like, yo, the thing with Kendrick Lamar for me, the nigga voice sometimes don't do it for me. He be rapping in his weird voice, and it just fucks me up. I can't fuck with it. And with hip hop, is always been based off. You gotta think Biggie got one of the illest voices. That makes him a GOAT. Think about Beanie Siegel's one of the illest lyricists, but when he lost his voice, that he lost the superpower.
That's a fact.
Like, come on, man. Like, that's why I tell people, please don't have these conversations with me because y'all not going. If you're not on this frequency, you're not going to stand up. It ain't gonna hold up for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the illest voices in hip hop, not only like, all right, the illest lyricists in hip hop also had the illest voices. Nas, the ill voice. Jadakiss, ill lyricist, ill voice. Biggie,
Facts.
LL,
Facts.
50.
Facts.
Because even him getting shot in his mouth, that shit altered his voice.
Right.
That shit made his shit ill. Ja Rule.
Right.
DMX. It always came to the voice.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's the thing for me. I fuck with Kendrick, but a lot of times that shit be coming on weird for me. And you know, son is a lyricist, but you know, sometimes when he go in that weird voice bag, I just tap out. You know what I mean?
Yo, you know why that's crazy, bro? Because I always felt like Kendrick is super nice, but I never been a fan. I don't know none of his. I never been a fan of his music, bro. And that's why I believe it's because of the voice, bro.
It's definitely because of the voice, because he get lyrical. Let me tell you, he knows how to find the right pitch to make his voice bearable or even dope. Let me tell you, the Control verse where he got at a lot of New York niggas, he killed that. Nigga voice was on point, all that. Because voices, you got to know your vocal tone. That's what this music thing is about. See, what a lot of people, I'm gonna be honest, music is really about what is appeasing to the ear. It's first of all, before you even hear words, it sounds. Your voice is an instrument. You understand? Like, especially as a rapper, being that you're not playing an instrument, you use your voice as an instrument. That's why you got to know your right pitch, tones, and all that. A lot of niggas be tone deaf. You know what I'm saying? Think about, I hate when rappers do live shows, right? And they rap in different voices outside of the voice you hear on a record.
Right.
I love when a nigga sound just like the record or female sound just like the record. Because that's why I love the record. Because you recorded it in this great vocal tone.
Right.
That's why LL is one of the GOATs, because when you hear him on record, and you hear him on stage, it's like it's like cookies and milk. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's perfect. That nigga sound the same way that he sound on record on stage.
Facts.
So, you know, a lot of y'all, I don't know if y'all really know this hip hop shit like that or know music like that. LL, just off his voice alone, and then he got the bars, puts him in the GOAT category, and then also his impact. He had, like, you gotta think, LL been doing this shit since the 80s.
Facts. He started, they built Def Jam on his shoulders.
On his back. On shoulders.
Facts.
So like the label that we love, I guess all the classic records and all these incredible artists, Def Jam was built on LL shoulders and back.
Right.
You know, I mean, Ice Cube got a dope voice. You know what I'm saying? Think about Humpty Hump. And that was Shock G coming up with a you know what I'm saying, alternative version of himself. A gimmick.
Yep.
But the nigga Humpty voice was so dope, nigga caught a hit record playing.
Right.
That wasn't him. That was him not even being serious.
Right.
You feel me? And to me, when I think about that, I don't know why the Mad Rapper came up in my head. And you know, remember 50 first record getting his first, I want to say, notability.
Right.
is the how to rob
Mm-hmm.
an industry nigga, and he
Mm-hmm.
had the Mad Rapper on the hook.
Right.
So when I thought of Shock G, fast forward, I thought of the Mad Rapper. I guess because the voice a little bit, just a
Yeah.
little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Not saying it was the same, but it was just because that was D Dot
Facts.
coming up with a whole nother, personality
Right.
to kind of take away the seriousness of 50 talking about he gonna rob every rap in the industry.
Right.
So D Dot was like, yo, I remember, I think an interview in the Source, D Dot said, yo, when I did the record with 50, I wanted to kind of like give it like a comedic, vibe to it,
Right.
just take away from all the, you know, take the sting off the record, because you gotta think
Right.
he talking about robbing RZA and Wu-Tang for them funny ass rings and
Yeah.
and taking Big Pun chain. He
Right.
weighed 500 pounds, like it was just a lot. 50 was talking crazy.
Facts.
So yeah, man. We at the 3-hour mark, y'all. Salute to the Breck Mob. I think we're gonna call it on this one. I think we definitely broke down the Jedi mind tricks, and Muhammad Ali is definitely Yoda.
Facts.
And 50 is Anakin. That's it.
Right.
50 is Anakin. Yeah, man. And Biggie is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, yeah.
Yeah. So, and if you don't know, if you just now coming in to this part of the show, you may want to rewind, go to the beginning of the show, and really understand why we was breaking down Jedi mind tricks and why we calling these rappers and these great athletes, Yoda and Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And you got to just do your homework too with Star Wars too, because I'm about to redo my homework and watch, just all the films and everything. I got to catch up because there's a lot of new shit that came out.
Facts.
But yeah, Flat, man, it's one of those ones. Flat, let the people know how they can follow you on social media. Because also, I don't know if you saw it early in the show, somebody had highlighted and said you do some of the best voiceovers ever.
Salute. Shout out to my brother Mrek, man, for
Salute.
for allowing me the platform to, share my talent with y'all. Know what I'm saying? Y'all can find me on all platforms. David.flat.sparks. DAVID period FLAT period SPARKS. Know what I'm saying? And anywhere Mrek at, that's where you find me at. Know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, my brother. Salute. So Flat, I'm gonna hit you in a little bit, man. I didn't even really settle in, but I had to get this in, and I'm glad we got it in. And we was the first ones on it too. See, it's now jumping on it like the last 45 minutes to an hour ago. But we definitely broke this outside of the, of course, the Let's Rap About It, but they didn't title their video addressing it. They didn't even mention Yayo and Ja, but
right, but you know what they talking about. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But shit, my first day back to be the first one, on these topics,
as always,
is let you know. You know what I'm saying? What it is. It let you know. And this ain't no Jedi mind trick. You feel me?
That's a fact.
I'm really Yoda out this motherfucker. You feel me?
Real,
no Jedi mind trick.
Whoa, shot.
Niggas is Jedis at this shit. You feel me?
That's a fact, bro.
Peace. Appreciate y'all.
Dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pays in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
MREC TV.